Hi, chat. Hope everyone's having a good day,
Hello,
good
chat.
night, good evening. I was just showing Ava and Occo some gacha game stuff because I'm an addict and I have problems.
Don't worry, we'll get you. We'll fix you up soon.
Or I'll corrupt
We
them
all
and
know
I'll have
that.
them in the casino next week.
I'm already playing
Look,
Enfield. That's
Hey,
good
you're
enough.
never gonna get me with gambling. Never a gotcha game ever. Trust
Let's
me,
go
my chat's been trying to
gambling.
force me. It's not happening. You know what? I only ever went gambling once.
I've never
I
gone
was
real
taken for
gambling.
my birthday, my 18th birthday, and it was to the horse track. For my first bet, I managed to guess where you guess first, second, and third place. I got a trifecta, and then I never placed a bet again. I'm like, I used all my beginner's luck right there. There's no way.
But I think
There's
it's great.
no way I'm doing anything but losing money at this point.
Thank you, Crazy
my
Koala Man, for the member for 17 months.
here's my thought process. We take Ava to a casino. She doesn't bet, but we play blackjack, and she tells us which cards to hit on.
Oh, what you mean? I bring like my pendulum or something and like use witchcraft to fucking.
No.
All right, guys, I think it's this one. Oh, I can. Well, here's the thing: you can't really count.
Blackjack is easy.
Yeah.
Or there's a
Well,
method.
it
at
is
least.
up and there's. You can count cards upwards to 2 decks. As soon as you add 3 or more decks, it becomes pretty much impossible. And most casinos now do 3 or 4 deck tables for blackjack. Yeah, it would be very hard to count cards of blackjack nowadays.
Internet Zen Master for 5. As long as none of you start gambling as much as Tectone on gacha games, you should be good.
Though,
I
hey, half a mil on gacha games.
Yeah.
I think all of us are safe.
I forget who it was, but there was a gacha game creator who said that he would spend as much money on a gacha roll as his fans donated during a stream, and he ended up getting like a ton of money from his fans. and spent
gosh.
literally did on stream spend all $3,000 on gacha rolls.
I can do that.
That reminds
It's
me
insane.
that you guys know who Bossman Jack is?
Yeah, the one that always gambles and loses it.
Yeah, that's basically what Bossman Jack does. Like, his fans give him money, and then he just like spends all of it, and then he begs for more money because he has to pay the crack cocaine dealers that he's borrowing from.
Jesus. Yeah, it was a long stream. I didn't watch it because I didn't care because it really was just him like rolling gacha. But it was like a 3 or 4 hour stream of just gacha
My
Sounds
God.
about right?
because he had to get through all 3,000 something dollars.
Imagine having the problem.
Yeah,
of
now you're
getting-
obligated and tied to it. That's ridiculous.
Yep.
Imagine the obligation of getting through $3,000 like that. That's just like. Did he like do it through YouTube super chats? Because YouTube super chats, you only get 70% of that.
I think it was like it wasn't Stream Elements, but it was like a similar system,
Ah, okay. So where he
He was,
like
he was
instantly got
accepting
it.
Ko-Fi donations.
something like that. I forget what system it was.
That's a little bit better, but still.
Hey, yeah, it would have to be something that pays out immediately, not something you get once a month. And
Yeah, I
also
forget
they
what it
take
was.
30%.
Don't gamble, kids.
Although Ko-Fi, I think would take 15% if you have all their alerts and stuff enabled.
Ko-Fi wouldn't take anything from me because I'm banned.
You're banned from Ko-Fi.
Are you
What'd
really?
I am.
What'd you
you
do?
get banned from coffee?
Actually,
I
I know
don't
what
know.
you do because my other account did.
See, Ava
For
knows.
probably the same reason.
Same time my Ko-Fi got banned, my original PayPal got banned.
Oh, is it just literally
Oh,
because
shit.
PayPal?
Yeah,
I
they
don't know, it
just
might be.
bumped you out of there.
That's dumb. Sorry to hear that.
They just kicked me in the dick on that day.
You know?
They did. They just woke up and said, you know what? Punched in the dick. That's what we're gonna do.
Luckily,
Ow.
chat, I don't use PayPal like a bank, unlike some other idiots. So as soon as I get
Unlike
money, I
most
take
other
it out.
fucking idiots, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's a grand total of like less than $10 in my PayPal account, and that's it.
There's none in mine right now. I always take all of it out immediately.
Well, I say that as just because it's always just gonna be like less than $10. That's about it for me.
Also, chat, don't leave money in your PayPal if you have a PayPal, because if they shut down your account, they have like a really bad habit of just taking
They'll
your money.
keep your money.
Yeah, just
Yep.
taking your money and not giving it
And
back.
trust
to
me,
you.
legally clawing back that money is pretty much impossible. You're gonna spend more in attorney's fees getting that money back than what you actually spent
Well, let's say
Exactly.
it's
or
like-
had it in the account. So
What if it was like $20,000 or $30,000 though? Is that worth it or?
doesn't
Probably.
matter, dude. Honestly, you would need 200K plus for it to be worth it.
200K?
That's how much. That's how
disgusting.
much of a fight they put up. I'm not joking. We could fucking spend 3 hours here looking up instances in which PayPal fucked people out of tens, if not hundreds of thousands of
They
dollars.
stole like $40,000 from Belle Delphine, and she didn't even find it.
Yep,
She just ate the loss.
because it's not worth it. It's worth. Yeah, it's not even worth the headache. It's just like fuck it, just eat the loss and find an alternative platform to do your transactions with.
That is depressing. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's why some people want them more heavily regulated.
I mean, some people are just going to different platforms these days, or even just. I guess Elon
The
Musk,
issue is
you know,
there's still not a ton of alternative platforms.
not yet, but Elon Musk. I heard while I was on Side Scrollers that Rumble now has a payment service that you can use, and I think it uses cryptocurrency. Which
Oh,
you know,
God.
it's nice. It's nice that at the very least there's an alternative
There's
like
something
that.
there, I guess. Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, they won't ban you for it, and I'm like, oh, interesting. Will I try it? I don't know. I'm a little iffy on Rumble. I don't hate them, but I've been told that like they partner with some companies that are kind of sketchy, and I'm worried about them if those said companies like.
Oh, hey, she got her
Rumble
money
is
back
a
a year
company?
ago.
Oh, did she actually
did
get her
she?
money back?
So PayPal had taken
Nice.
$900,000 from her under the excuse that because it was when she was selling her bathwater. Their excuse was that selling the bathwater was a violation of policy. Each individual piece of bathwater she sold was an individual policy violation, and every
That they
policy
tried charging
violation cost $2,500.
Oh, that's fucking gross. No wonder why she got that back. Was it like, did PayPal just decide to play nice, or was it a court ruling?
No, apparently in May of 2024, Business Insider, I guess, wanted to do like a follow-up on the story, and they contacted PayPal to ask them why they never gave the money back. And I guess PayPal, when they get contacted by Business Insider, were just like, you know what? We should just go ahead and send it to her.
Well, thank you, Business Insider. I guess that if you're missing money from PayPal, you should contact Business Insider and tell them.
Yeah, several media
That's
outlets,
so funny too, because like
specifically
think about
Business
someone like
Insider.
CoffeeZilla or someone going, "Hey, you didn't give this person their money. That person has no idea." And like, oh shit! All of a sudden, PayPal comes out of nowhere, gives you 900 grand. So, we're so sorry, and you're just like, what's this about? What's going on?
Yeah, in May 2024, after Belle Delphine posted about the situation, several media outlets, including Business Insider, contacted PayPal directly for comment. The company immediately reversed its decision and returned all proceeds to her. A spokesperson for PayPal said that the company had even ended its $2,500 fine policy a year prior.
You know what?
That's
I kind of don't like that, and I kind of want that to be looked into.
It won't be, you know that, but
It's just funny.
No, absolutely, but that is straight up, oh shit, work blatantly in the wrong here. Never mind, here you go, nothing to see here. Like, that's totally what that was.
I am at least happy that they're being like, hey, you probably should stop this. I don't know.
That was a nice
that,
chunk of change for her, though, because it's been 6 years since they did that.
That's crazy.
You could make.
You know, did they pay her back with interest?
No, I think they just gave her the money, and they're kind of like, hey, we're doing, you know, we apologize.
Our bad. They did the South Park. So sorry.
I think the unfortunate thing is, even though they gave back the money, it's definitely lost value because of inflation. So technically, she's lost money on that.
She didn't fight over the money to start with. She's not going to fight over not getting all of it back now.
Yeah, she had already come to terms with having lost that money. So this is a windfall for her. This is a boon for her. Whether or not, like, it was owed to her, she was not expecting it and had in fact written that money off as lost.
Yeah.
But again, that if I was a regulatory body, I would look at that and go, excuse me, can I have a conversation?
Like to get that looked at anyway, so other processors can't have similar terms. Problem is the size of PayPal is you'd need a substantially large person to take them to court over it. And while Belle Delphine made good money, she didn't make banker money.
No. That's just millionaire money. You need like trillionaire money for that kind of shit.
You need Elon Musk money to like fuck with PayPal.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, instead of fucking with his old baby, he's just gonna make.
It's funny you say that, given Elon owned PayPal at one point.
Yep.
Yeah, he's just gonna make a new baby with his money.
And then he just sold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently a bunch of news stories came out about this in 2024.
That's funny.
There were some of them talking about PayPal, and then there were others that came out a couple weeks later that says she got her money back finally.
Again, I think it's nice at the very least that happened.
Yeah. Like, I always thought it was dumb that they took her money. I'm like, look, everybody that bought that is like a weird gooner. However, she made the money fair and square.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why we're not letting her have it. Internet Semester for 5. With interest, Ava, what do you think PayPal is, you tiny elf? Some kind of bank? They're a payment processor, even if they act like one.
I mean,
actually, that makes me wonder. hold on. I have to check out Senate bill. Trump put out a executive order, which is good. It puts payment processors on notice, but it's not a law. There is, however, a law that does like codify exactly what Trump wants in the executive order, and basically it's like, no, payment processors are no longer allowed to, on any kind of moral, like they're not allowed to do enforcement anymore. They're allowed to blacklist people. They can't throw their weight around as payment processors anymore. They're only allowed to process payments. And the last I checked, it passed the House, but it was stuck in the Senate.
It would be a really nice one.
It would. I think
be a great one.
My concern is you don't just have to worry about payment processors. You have to worry about the banks that work with the payment processors.
Well, it's called Fair Access to Banking Act. It leaves both payment processors and banks responsible.
People forget most of the banks are fine. There are some banks that will
here, I just got it up, sorry.
Well, I was gonna say there are some banks that will like debank you, but realistically, there's like a billion different banks you can go to, including like local branches.
Yeah.
With payment processors, you have Visa and you have MasterCard.
Yeah, the wording here is actually really good because it just says financial institution, which is an umbrella term for banks, payment processors, all that shit. So it's basically saying, nah, all these motherfuckers are on notice. They can really only do enough to actually even giving them enough to where like, oh, we're only enforcing and stopping payments where legality is concerned. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. They gave you that inch and you took a mile and you're doing things that you find morally wrong, which you should not be weighing in on as a payment processor.
Yeah.
Aren't they classified as utility at this point? No idea on that one. Yeah, that is above my pay grade.
Yeah, not
sure. Payment processors? No, I don't think so.
No, we know they're not a thing. Or they're not a utility yet.
Yeah.
The question is why, and the thing is that's just way too ahead. Here's some moolah for your foundation.
That's
Thank you,
like
Quasi Koala
major
Man, for
economics
5.
we couldn't wrap our heads around.
Yeah.
So the goal I put up for tonight was every dollar goes to the Everyone Sucks Here Foundation.
Hey.
That is because we are talking about the Nux Taku situation, which a lot of you saw it on all of our other channels the other day. Oh, excuse me.
Yesterday.
Because me, Ava, and Occo all streamed about it the other day, but I know some of you don't watch our channels.
We did.
And that stream was like 8 hours long.
The actual segment was
8
like
hours and 35
4.
minutes long.
Yeah.
And it was 4 hours long, the actual Nikandros video, yeah.
So we're not gonna watch any of the videos, but we're gonna touch on everything that's going on.
Yeah, I did want to watch. People told me that the Harmful Opinions videos were worth watching, so I put some of those in there. They're short though.
I saw they're like, okay.
Each of them are like less.
Because I'm like, there's like 4 or 5 of them. What the fuck?
We will consider it.
Okay. I know that you, Mizu, you don't like Hateful Onions that much right now.
Worth it for 5. Put proof on screen. I promise you, you're all talking out of your ass. Talk about real stuff with proof. Why are you like so upset about this Belle Delphine thing? I'm so confused. I've seen him in chat like mentioning it a bunch. It's like I don't get it.
Wait,
Belle Delphine got 90K stolen from her by PayPal.
Yeah, we have a simp here. Wait, we got a simp here.
I'm confused.
It's more like an anti-simp. They seem to be very upset about us talking about Belle Delphine. I don't know why.
I mean, we're done with talking about them. You can believe us or not, but honestly, like, as someone who's like the evidence proof gal, fuck you. Like, that was something we were talking about in passing. This is not a fucking, like, courtroom appearance regarding Belle Delphine. Get out of here.
Yeah, this is a chill podcast for the most part. He's the one who bought the bathwater.
He bought it, yeah.
Oh boy.
No, it was Don Hato Kun said. That was a good one though.
But we kind of wanted to touch
actually,
on
my
the Nux
chat is
stuff.
not all that thrilled about harmful opinions either, so.
Harmful opinions sucks.
Okay, I'm just noticing that.
Well, didn't he used to be decent during Gamergate? I'm trying to remember, because you told me that you liked him a little bit during Gamergate.
I watched his content during Gamergate because he did like really deep dive analysis stuff. The problem is he's always had a lot of the tism. So the reason he kind of faded into obscurity back then was he could not for the life of him understand how to make friends. So he would just kind of wildly swing at everybody who didn't sort of like immediately agree with him on stuff.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, not like in a noticeable way, right? Because I say this a lot of times. A lot of people mistake people that are calm and don't use extreme language as being nice or as being level-headed. He was that kind of person that was always very calm and always very, like, sort of nice in how he spoke. But if you actually sat down and read everything he said out, it'd be like, I think you need to chill.
Oh, wait a minute.
Really?
What you're saying is extremely soothing to the ears, but if I have my stenographer read it back, it's actually very alarming.
He really doesn't like anime. He really doesn't like lollies.
I mean, a lot of people don't like lollies these days, so that's not, like, unfair.
The problem I ended up taking with him recently was he seemed like he was trying really hard to be like the pedo hunter. And I've said this I've said this before in the past. I don't like those kind of like pedo hunting YouTube shows because they don't do anything to help anybody.
I think it be shut down. It should be against US.
Yeah, like they never report anything to police. They never like properly catalog and document their information. They just kind of throw shit
with
around.
Exceptions. I would give a rare exception because I do know a couple. I know what the fuck is his face? Is the Roblox guy. He has a few things where he's worked directly with police and stuff. Schlep?
Schlep?
I think it's Schlep.
I think Schlep is
actually worked with like authorities and stuff. He's actually like facilitated arrests and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But right now, I'm telling you, that is an incredibly rare exception to the fact where Schlep right now, in my opinion, is doing better than Chris Hansen was during his To Catch a Predator saga.
That's a
so like you have to be very careful. Look, you have to be very careful when it comes. Look, when less than 30% of the people on To Catch a Predator actually ended up facing charges, yeah, I have a problem with the fucking performance over efficiency. Yeah. I want these people to actually fucking face charges, face justice, and end up behind bars, if not in the freaking electric chair. That's not gonna happen if we have people, citizens, thinking they can fucking make a difference, fucking shit up.
You know what's funny is it kind of reminds me, I talked about Cyrax a little while ago. He's been on the internet, like, and everybody knows he's a predator, basically. Nobody's gonna contest that. But like, he's not in jail. And I think part of the reason why he's not in jail is because so many people have messed with him that the cops just don't want to touch him anymore. And now, because he's like off the internet for some reason, a bunch of trolls are just like infighting with each other and making the whole thing look shitty. And it's just like, yeah, that's kind of what happens. Like when your thing that you hunted goes away, it's just, I don't know. There is a merit in trolling people that the cops don't want to take care of. But like, I also think that you should try to get the cops to arrest people before you make your video exposés on people. It's just my opinion.
Really quick, Sly Maverick for 5, head pats for the whole crew. Also to the previous chatter getting mad, Cope Mold Seethe. And then Weetha for 5, get this right, it's crazy, didn't automatically believe, Googled it and found out it wasn't true, put your facts on screen. Look, I appreciate the super chats, I don't care about Belle Delphine. I'm not gonna like do a deep dive into her. Internet Zenmaster for 10. Gamergate vet here. Harmful opinions was good during Gamergate. Mizu's assessment of opinions attitude is 100% accurate. Man spoke levelly, but had zero chill. Mogumi for 5. I think Harmful Opinions had a bit of a beef with Mahler and the EFAP crew over Harmful's Star Wars vids. Or I could be thinking of someone else. To be fair, there's like 200 EFAPs, and they're all like 8 hours each. So,
You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific than that, my man.
Oh my god.
No, like I'm
That's a
saying,
lot.
it's
That's
hard
a
to know
fucking
who
lot.
all they responded to. Because
Yeah, no, I agree.
they talked about a
Come
lot
on,
of
that's
people.
a fucking drop of water in the ocean. Come on.
And Harmful does, like, I think at max 30-minute videos. So there's no telling who all they like if he actually showed up in one of their videos or not.
Didn't he do a video on the Biddycast situation?
Yeah. That
Didn't
one...
That was a wild one.
The thing is, that situation was a shit show, and nobody was making any of it clear. And he didn't really make it any clearer either.
No.
Like, I wanted to look into that, and I kind of just ended up in a position where I think there's smoke, but so many of you have caused so many issues, I can't even find out where the fire is. Like, you all have stirred up so much smoke in this already smoky place that I genuinely can't find the fire anymore.
And that's one of the problems I have is a lot of people want to do moral grandstanding. And again, it gets good views and it definitely makes you feel better about the fact that you got to out somebody that, in my personal opinion, there's a lot of gross people on the internet that need to be outed. But like, if you don't do it correctly and if you don't do it right, you're gonna fuck it up and let people get away with shit. And I'm not really a big fan of that. Like, it happens way more often than it should, in my personal opinion.
Really quick, Pyroferno for 5. Does the Foxtopus receive head pats? If not, give them to the lolly.
Oh, that's not fair.
Yeah, I put head pits.
I let everybody handle their own head
pat
pats.
set up?
Because, you see, I have a button for my head
have it
pats.
set up, Occo.
I'm just lazy about it. I'm gonna be real with you.
See, look at that. Look, it's easy. It's a button.
And it wasn't a super chat, but I
When
wanted
you
to
set
kind of
it up.
answer this one really quick. H250V said, so Nux will be fine, question mark. Let me put it to you this way. I could go to, like, the top creators right now, and I could point out half of them having some sort of pedophile or pedophile adjacent controversy. Most of them you wouldn't even remember it happened.
A little bit, yeah.
Even if
Not only that,
Nux,
but
like,
Nux
directly
taught-
knew about
look.
this, he could get away with it.
The issue is like a lot of people have to remember when an expose comes out like this, it's really how everybody in Nux's circle responds. And honestly, people are reaching out to him that, you know, had been a little distance before. No one's making public fucking call outs or like condemnations. People who are being solicited for that are being told, no, fuck you. Kick rocks. I don't think reputationally this is going to do nearly as much damage as Nikandros thought, and I will stick by the fact that simple rebranding of the video into Nux is a fucking hypocrite and a piece of shit, here's why, would honestly do the video much better than what actually he's implying.
Thank you, Megumi, for 5. I was wrong. It was someone else. Sorry about that. No, it's fine. EFAP covered a lot of people. It's... No one liked Nux before, and after he'll be fine. That's also true. Admittedly, because people talked so poorly about Nux, I would say that he was already sort of as low on the totem pole as you could possibly get.
No, that's very true. A lot of the people that hate him are, again, using the lolly argument, which, like or hate it, it's not going to do the damage that people think it is, because not a lot of people care outside of your secular communities.
Yeah, and if we're going to talk about... Because, chat, to, like, kill deer almost 2-hour video into a really short one, most of it is just Nux posted sus edgy content on YouTube that was porn related, and Nux didn't have a problem with lolicon content.
Until he did.
Yeah, and then the only part of the video that really matters is allegedly there was a minor in Nux's Patreon Discord that would regularly get in, like, sexual conversations with people.
Yeah.
And he even has to admit in the video...
Gore and mutilation.
He has to even admit in the video there's zero proof that Nux actually ever interacted with any of the messages where this person said their age. And he just goes, well, but there's no way Nux didn't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of inference through, well, hey, look, it's clear that this voice chat happened because these people are talking and it seems unrelated and disjointed. This only happens in a voice chat. Therefore, we can conclude Nux was in a voice chat with Red. And it's like, okay, look, that's not gonna hold up in court. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Well, the thing is, I don't even think that they are going for it to go to court. And again, that's like part of my problem. It's just like, okay, do you think this guy's a predator? Yes. Okay, why aren't you like doing something that can like get this man arrested then? If you actually think that's going to happen. Well, I don't think something's going to happen. Okay, then what the fuck are you doing right now?
Well, I can tell you right now, regarding the alleged infractions, if everything is true, Red has the ability to report this to the police, and there's no statute of limitations on this. 8 years, not a big deal. Maybe it might be different for states, but when it comes to sexual crimes, that's pretty much done. It's why they got Epstein for 20-year-old crimes, okay?
Well, because what I was going to go with is, or what I was leading up to, is ultimately the allegation boils down to he's accusing Nux of being negligent with allowing kids in a not safe for work space. I could immediately throw that same accusation on like 50 different VTubers right now. And like 50 different YouTubers. Like, I'm telling you, like, there's so many people that are already bad about this, and we've talked about some in the past on the show. And
yeah,
we've made...
you know how many Fboy VTubers I keep getting told about?
That was the thing we covered then. And we were like, look, you're not a pedophile, but you really do need to, like, crack down on this stuff. But then you have all these people, like, swarming Nux. It's like, I always knew Nux was a pedo. It's like, no! Some of you have probably done that, too. I forget, like, what his name was, but that was that really popular YouTuber that was caught, like, what was he? It was, like, the Gaia Online forums where he was calling somebody, like, his real-life lolly or some shit.
I am unfamiliar.
He was, like, doing some really cringy, sus roleplay. People let him off the hook immediately.
Wait, really?
Pretty much, yeah. Next week, people were done with it, and they're like, oh, yeah, it's whatever.
Fair.
I'm interested. I do know that Nikandros says he has apparently more parts to this Nux expose. I'm interested to see those because when you set up any good argument, you usually lead with your weakest argument. So I'm hoping whatever you come out with next is far stronger.
Yeah. Here's my other thing, because chat mentioned it, that Nikandros was trying to be fair and went out of his way to say he never accused Nux of being a PDF. He says, I never accused him of being a pedophile. However, when he's talking about what Nux did, he basically just defines being a pedophile. And I genuinely have this issue with a lot of creators where they try and pull the thing of, they like throw their hands up in there and it's like, well, I didn't specifically call you that.
I never once accused him of being a pedophile. I just said that he's sexually attracted to minors.
Yeah, and I said he's talking with a real-life minor inappropriately in his Discord. I never called him a pedophile, though. Hands up, I didn't say that. And there's so many streamers that do this, particularly in the commentary space, where they'll try and, like, throw their hands up, be like, no, I didn't specifically say the word, so it doesn't count. And, like, no, it still counts.
It just might not get you into legal problems.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually come to Nikandros' defense here. Apparently, I don't know how true this is, but he's posted saying that apparently there's some skepticism that the screenshots in his video are real, are legitimate. I honestly never once had that suspicion. So I'm not sure who is saying that.
I don't have that suspicion either.
But like I'm not sure if it's him just playing into something or what. But to anyone who thought the screenshots weren't real, nah, it looks like it's pretty real, and you can still follow up on it right now by signing up for the Patreon and joining that Discord. So
actually, I included a post of his that he put on his YouTube. Apparently, you can't join the server anymore, and allegedly, Nux got rid of the Not Safe for Work channel. So the Not Safe for Work channel was deleted.
Okay.
Which is kind of funny, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, this follows back into, and we had this discussion multiple times when we were covering the video, was, okay, so Nux did what you wanted him to do, technically.
Yeah.
Because you said that this was a space where children were getting access to not safe for work content and was unmoderated. Now it's been removed. aren't you happy? That's what you wanted.
Well, I think that the argument is going to be, no, I'm not
But
happy
what's
because
the
it should have
argument?
happened
Well, now
back then.
you're destroying evidence. See, when you say you don't want to make a legal argument, but you say stuff like destroying evidence, and you start objectively calling certain actions a crime, you are opening up the door to that conversation. As much as you might want to avoid the legal conversation, you are using terminology that forces our hand.
So, real quick, Internet Zen Master 5, wasn't there an entire femboy civil war years about accusing each other of being bad touchers? Yeah, we covered that on stream. The other one I wanted to touch out...
Are you talking about the Coochie Wars? No,
the other one I wanted to touch on was from Megumi. Says, do you think Nick will ever touch on the Tiger situation and how Nux's mishandling of that? The reason he will not, or if he does, he is a massive hypocrite. And I said this to Taiga on Twitter. I have to defend Nux for the exact same reason I defended Taiga. If he covers the Taiga situation at all, there is no reason, like, based on what he has said about Nux, to not also believe that Taiga is a pedophile.
Oh, he did. He already. I saw that he made a video on it. He also believes that Taiga is a pedophile. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing. I have to defend Nux, exact same reason I defend Taiga.
Yeah, he thinks that Taiga is a pedophile, if I remember correctly. What's funny is he covered Taiga because another content creator was talking about Taiga and fucked up how they covered Taiga. And he's like, oh, this guy fucked up. He's glazing Taiga, which was kind of funny. No evidence is being destroyed. I mean, very true. No evidence is definitely being destroyed. Discord has logs for that for up to 6 months, if not longer, or in perpetuity. Well, so you can't say that.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm just using terminology that Nikandros did when, like, and he says, "Oh, why is this up here? Why is this being exposed?" It gets removed, and he's like, "Oh, they clearly removed it because they knew what it was wrong, and they're destroying evidence." It's like, dude, you can't have it on both ways.
I do want to hit my other thing I was going to say.
If it was taken down.
I do want to hit my other thing I was going to say about that as well. Because either A, he thinks that Nux was being negligent and Nux needed to remove it. Now Nux has removed it. That's a good thing. B, he thinks Nux was doing something illegal and is, as, you know, he says in his thing, deleting evidence. In which case, you shouldn't have made a public video on it without informing the police first so that they could get in there and get all the proper evidence archived.
I again would also say that you should ask Red what Red wants, because and that's one thing that I noticed.
He's the party that is the victim here. He's the one who sustained damage of any kind. If the allegations are to be believed, one of the first things you do, because whether or not it was the mod that reached out to Red or you reached out to Med, I don't care. But I hope to God one of your questions was, do you want this reported and do you want resources on how to do that?
Yeah.
Because Red should absolutely be given that option. Again, if the allegations are true.
It's just one of those things where I ask, what is the purpose of this? And it just feels like the only reason is like, oh, to fuck him over. And it's just like, okay, that's like kind of not good for you, man. Because you like, I get it. Trust me, I'm a Christian. Not a perfect one, but I'm a Christian. But like, this is not a good way to moral.
So someone in chat is actually saying something. Just Optimus. Red said in the video he didn't feel he had been groomed, didn't he? So what he had said is he didn't believe that anything sexual happened between like him and Alan in terms of the grooming stuff. But people have to understand
I don't think that matters.
There's something called oh man, hold on. Oh no.
It doesn't matter, but I believe they're mentioning it because you're talking about what Red would have wanted. The reality is, if Red, who is currently, according to everything that's being alleged, is now an adult, doesn't feel as an adult that anything untoward happened, then nothing's going to happen because he doesn't want it to.
The issue here is it's not any kind of sexual thing. Also, things like gore and stuff are being sent to Red. That is what's known as furnishing harmful or obscene materials to minors. Of course, when you start defining obscenity, you start getting to the Miller test and all of that. But the fact of the matter is, one thing that Nikandros alleged and would be true if it is actually true, if everyone's the age they say they are, is being sent that and knowingly sending that stuff to a minor is technically a crime. So, Red is a victim of a crime. Should you not encourage the victim of a crime to seek justice and closure?
No, we know that. What I'm saying and what he said, and he did clarify that I was correct when I said it, was just that if Red doesn't feel that way, then nothing is going to move the needle, because he's already established that he doesn't believe that was a problem.
Who?
Which
Well,
also,
that point, again,
which
it just
also
goes back
opens up
to-
a question, right? Because if Red is saying that he does not actually feel what happened with Alan was a problem, why is there a problem with Nux necessarily? Because Alan was the extreme one in the situation, doing everything, while Nux was just in the background being negligent and not involved.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
opens up questions.
Like what?
Like I just said, it opens up questions.
Oh, fair enough.
If the worst
Yeah, I
person
mean,
in the
my biggest-
situation is not a problem, why are we doing this whole expose on Nux?
I mean, again, just a little bit of framing would have made this video a lot better.
Alan
You
was
could have
19 at the
put that,
time.
put it more around his negligence, the fact that he didn't have any mods doing anything or acting on anything, but really, you're trying to
Alan-
pin everything on him for opening up a Patreon server and not paying too much attention to it.
So I
Yeah.
re-listened to our stream today. Alan lied about his age as well. So none of them were really
Yes, he
sure what
did.
Alan's age was. Some people said 19, some people said 21, some people said 15. So Alan could literally be an 1,000-year-old cum vampire.
Well, Nick Andros already found him on LinkedIn or something. There's a picture in the video, and it's like a 35-year-old Asian man. So he knows that Alan is lying about his age, and even one of the many screenshots of them showing who Red is,
Hold on.
one of them says
Hold on. Nick Andros found his LinkedIn?
or something. I remember there was
Listen,
some point where he found out who Alan allegedly was, even though it was a deleted account, and he showed a picture of a older Asian man.
if that's true
let
that
me
he
see if I can
did
bring up the
actually
clip.
find it, okay, yeah, but yeah.
No, we
Yeah,
me
let
and
me
Ava
make sure
called
I'm not
this
just
out when
talking
we
out my
were
ass.
watching the video, and I think maybe you tuned out a little bit when we discussed it. But we were pointing
Oh,
out how all the ages just kept changing at random, and that Nick Andros even acknowledged that the ages kept
Oh
changing.
no, I remember that.
And nobody could pin it
Did
down.
at one point Nick Andrews showed a screenshot where it was Red saying, "I'm not telling anyone my actual age, so you can think of me as 15."
Yeah, I
That's
remember
what
that.
he says, which immediately undercuts any other future claims of being underage or whatever. The instances that he was saying about school, we found out were an objective lie, which means he did lie. And there's so much.
Yeah.
There's so much that's just problematic there.
Thank you, Internet ZMaster for 10. Considering all the contradictory stuff Red typed, we never even confirmed if he was actually a minor or not. That entire Discord server was Edgelord Central, and the underage post was a common joke. That was something we brought up in our video yesterday, and for people who
That
did not
was something
see the
that he brought
video,
up.
yeah, that was something we brought up. That's something he brought up. So, chat, in this alleged minor that was in Nux Taku's server, which has caused this whole shit show, constantly changed his age repeatedly, and Nick Andros tried to assert that he was definitely a minor because he said stuff like skipping school. And he's like, well, you can't skip
even
school
better.
unless you're a minor. It's like,
On 10-10-24, on 10-10-24, he says, Red says that, oh, sorry, we don't have school because school was shut down for the week because my head teacher was stabbed.
And we found out that
an
was fake.
interesting thing about this, we started looking into it. Then even Nick Andros admits that this was something that he made up. Now, you have now established that you've caught Red in a lie. He was lying then. He was in the habit of lying then. Why the hell would you not follow up with some questions about, hey, were you lying about your age? What was your actual age? Anything. I'm not asking for an ID. That would be creepy as fuck, but I need Nick Andros to at least do the journalistic integrity of asking the fucking question.
Yes, college students don't skip school. That's the thing I kind of mentioned. So there was one point where the alleged minor says that they have skipped school for like a week straight. And I'm like, if you are an actual...
A truancy officer is showing up at your door.
Yeah, apparently they were supposed to be like 14, 15, according to Nikandros. Assuming that is true, what kid is managing to skip... What 14-year-old is skipping a week straight of school? The school hasn't called their parents haven't noticed, truancy hasn't been informed yet. That doesn't happen at all. I'm telling you, that just did not happen. You are lying to me.
I am being told that Red and Alan are not the only people who allege to be minors in that server, and that Harmful Opinions goes through other people that claim that they were underage, and I guess there's screenshots that are showing that in Nikandros' recent post.
They don't understand. Okay. That doesn't help their case. If we have established that everybody is lying constantly and making this joke about being underage, yeah, it's weird. And we've talked about it on the video. I would never do that myself.
Yeah.
But I've seen people do it before, and I know for a fact that, like, stupid edgelords do it. It has become such a pervasive, like, edgelord
Guys,
meme.
we just had a major VTuber who is also an elf pretty much lie about their age to try and gay op their nudes off the internet.
I remember.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is not an uncommon occurrence, okay? I'm sorry.
True.
I don't even have to name names, but fucking come on, people.
I have a better one. There have been numerous giant Twitch streamers that have had to make public statements. Do not say your age in the Twitch chat, even as a joke, because you will be auto-banned by Twitch. Not like small streamers either. Basically every major streamer you've ever heard of has
had
that conversation before. I think people are weird for making these jokes. I don't see what the humor in these jokes are. However, I have seen the fact that thousands of people make these jokes in very public, very normie-centric spaces. So I can't sit here and be like, well, they were making those jokes at Nux's server, so they were actual children in there. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I feel like regardless...
As far...
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. As far as Nux's response to it, I would say like 90% of it is absolute shit, but he does bring up something that's very important to mention. One, all this fucking Patreon server shit is through Patreon. Patreon's terms of service themselves, he fucking brought it up. Yeah, gotta be at least 18 plus to be a Patreon, to be under someone's fucking, under their tier and actually working. Or you have to have parental permission. And then there was like a whole paragraph of parents needing to talk to their children about online activity and all this other shit. So, like, the one big argument that Nikandros had about age gating of any kind of goes out the window when you realize that the Patreon existing itself as a gate to the entrance into the Discord fulfilled the
arbitrary requirement that he
was
wanted.
screaming about. Exactly.
And look, I'm fine to be like, yeah, Nux was negligent with this. However,
big time.
However, it's a negligence that I can say that a majority of streamers and YouTubers have. Because he's like, well, it's through, in order to join my server, you have to pay me through Patreon. What kid has a credit card to pay on Patreon? That's just a thing people thought. Or some people still think that, even in the age of like PayPal and stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty common sentiment of, if they have to pay me, they're probably an adult.
So perhaps, or what you're saying then is people need to stop having that as a thought? Or maybe Nux is the case where people stop thinking that?
I don't think Nux is the case where people stop thinking that. I think Nux is gonna be like pushed off to the side as like a uniquely bad case that never happens anywhere else. Despite the whole thing we had to do on Line Chew and the other guy. Is like Pinky or something.
I'm really upset with Line Chew because I don't know. I got a lot of people.
What
not a lot of
happened there?
people. A couple of people that
Same
know
thing.
the Femboy circle think that Line Chew is like actually a predator, and I'm just like, oh, the line chew shit like skews me out just a little bit.
There was 2 femboys we covered. I have to look up the specifics on them, but because each of them had different severities. One of them was substantially worse than the other, but both of them basically had the exact same allegations as there are against Nux right now.
Wasn't Marina...
And again, chat, good example of it's not going to ruin your career because both of them walked it right off and kept going.
I don't know if that's a good thing, though.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying, like, people are like, this is the death of Nux.
Yeah,
trust me, unless Nux quits on his own, it's not.
Yeah, that's
Benji and
kind of the thing
Line
one of my chatters is mentioning. I've seen Taiga punch down a lot while Nux is down, but honestly, I understand it. It's kind of a sentiment. I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, Taiga... I mean, there's a lot that you can hate Nux at, but don't just immediately jump on the bandwagon that you saw everyone jump on when the target reticle was on you.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, you know more than anyone else how that feels.
My problem is not that Taiga is taking a swing at him. It's that Taiga is consistently taking swing after swing after swing, and it's like, you need to fucking
He's
chill.
done it for a while. Yeah, Taiga's gonna swing for a while. I imagine this will last at least a couple weeks.
Well, because I've told Taiga before in like DMs and sometimes publicly, like, look, bro, you need to just you genuinely need to move on. And I know, like, it sucks in some ways. Trust me, I get it. You have no idea how many people have tried to cancel me and how many times I've had to start over. It fucking sucks. And trust me, you were bigger than me when you had to start over. But you could have started over. At any given time, you could have started over, and you didn't want to. And there's so many places you could have gone to start over, and you're just choosing not to, and to just be mad.
I just think that Taiga needs to chill out, because it's not going to help him. It's going to bring more attention onto him that he probably doesn't want.
Yeah, like, I love you, brother, but you gotta, like, reel it in.
To see, like, just a retweet from Taiga, and all it was, like, every accusation is in minutes or something like that, and that's all you saw.
Oh, yeah, Megumi
that's
for 5.
That's the only post on it, that's the only comment. That would have been refreshing to see.
Megumi for 5, my favorite part of the vid, what adult doesn't know what a sex toy is. For people who did not get to see our coverage or the Nikandros video, there's a point where somebody in Nux Taku's server says, we made a PowerPoint on a bunch of different sex toys to teach so-and-so.
They made a sex toy usage presentation, and apparently Red had possession of this file, and apparently sent it to Nux.
And they said it was to teach Red. It was to teach Red about different sex toys. And Nikandros says, what kind of adult doesn't know about sex toys? And it's like, trust me, a lot of adults don't, particularly when you start getting into different types that aren't just dildo sex doll. Because
you know how
there's
appreciative I would be from, like, you know, like, some video demonstrations on a couple of these things. You know, I'm sorry, I'm not too ashamed, I just don't automatically know how to use this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I'm very limited in my knowledge on that. Even the joke things that people put on my throne, I'm still very limited.
I don't know if you guys have
that.
ever seen them, but they're called Rose toys. I still have no idea how they work.
Rose toys. I'm gonna look that up right now.
I for the life of me, I can't even begin to comprehend how you're supposed to use that.
I could tell you.
What the fuck?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
You see what I mean?
No, okay, hold on. It's okay. They're both looking at a very female focused. Okay, so. Hold on.
Hey, but you've got to educate us.
I ironically,
I had to put it.
Well.
Hold on. The flower simulates that. The other end goes in.
Presentation.
There you go. That's how that goes. That's how that one's used.
Because here's my thing. If Nikandros is sitting here saying, what kind of adult doesn't know about different sex toys, one of two things is happening. either A, he knows he's lying and he's just doing this to try and bolster his argument, or B, he is the adult that doesn't actually know about sex toys and he thinks they're just dildo sex dolls and nothing else. Because trust me, there's a lot of weird shit out there.
Yeah, I don't want to demonetize anything, but like, yeah, I see what those do.
The only reason I even know about as many of them as I do was because there was a meta for a while on Twitter where when a post blew up, sex toy companies would contact the person to post an ad for their sex toy underneath it. And you would have a viral post that had like 20 different sex toy ads under it.
Mm-hmm.
That is the only reason I even know about all of them, or so many of them. What? Yeah, that was a Twitter meta for a while. Granted, it was a good like 4 or 5 years ago.
Not just a Twitter meta, but like, I mean, Charlie used, like, his content used to be largely reviewing sex toys.
Yeah.
Does anyone remember that?
Wasn't Occo sponsored by one of them?
Yes, actually.
I know about that one specifically because it's not that hard to figure out how it works. It's made for me.
Oh, it's pretty.
I'm a man.
Pretty straightforward.
Like it was just
Back
so
when Charlie
dumb.
was a good streamer. Yeah.
They're like, what kind of adult doesn't know about sex toys? Trust me, a lot of people. The other comment me and Ava said was like, especially if you're in like the Bible Belt, you think some like
Oh my god,
actual
those are the
shut-in
most
Christian woman
freaking,
knows
like,
anything more than
no. Yeah, that you're looking for. Honestly, go ahead, pull out a sex toy in front of one of those types, and you might just see them start crying because they don't even know what the fuck.
Yeah. Furry Gooner BreadTuber acts like normal adults know how and what sex toys are. Exactly, yeah.
You know, it's making me start to wonder. Nikandros, can you explain it to us? I don't know.
Yeah, you like the. Hey, yeah, I totally know how sex works. Don't worry about it.
I don't know
Doesn't
anything.
everybody?
I don't know anything about
You know what?
Nikandros'
Explain it
past,
to
but
us.
now I'm kind of curious.
I can also guarantee whatever was in that presentation was probably like the weirdest shit they could find from around the internet. It was not normal, like, here's a bad dragon dildo. It was like, here, I found an ovipositor.
I like how you I like how you use normal and bad dragon in the same sentence. That's pretty basic.
They're
actually.
still just a penis at the end of the day.
Or just an awkwardly shaped penis.
It's just an awkwardly shaped penis, yes.
My favorite kind of penis.
How much toys does the guy have? We didn't get to see what was in the...
My father's been wanting to show me this old western scene where John Wayne sounds like he's about to die. Something about a false spring. I'll be right back.
Okay, sounds good.
Nikandros is a furry, so obviously he knows more about debauchery than everyone else.
Is he though? I have no idea.
Internet Zen Master 5,
I have no idea.
Nux calls himself uncancelable. He streams for the love of the game these days. Worst thing for Taiga, Nux won't even notice his flailing.
Yeah, Taiga just needs to move. I unfortunately don't think that's what Taiga will do. I would like for Taiga to do that because it does not profit somebody to just endlessly seethe like that. It only makes them more upset. So I think Taiga just needs to fucking move on.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're not gonna go anywhere if they don't.
Or C, he's an absolute gooner and knows a lot about sex toys. I mean, I feel like if you know a lot about sex toys, you also know that a lot of people don't know a lot about them, right?
Maybe.
I feel like it's one of those things where when you get to a certain level of knowledge about something, you become aware how little everyone else knows.
Yeah.
I could be wrong about that, but that's just how I feel, I guess.
I'm going to be honest with you. I am not going to DM Nikandros and ask him about what he knows about sex toys.
Ask him
I'm
sex
just not
toy
interested.
knowledge.
Listen, I'm not interested in doing that. Considering that I was very critical of this video as well, I'm just not going to do that.
Team Onyx King for 2. What is a bad dragon? Is that an anime?
Now, if he wants to tell me, great. But I'm not really going to ask Nikandros about his dragon dildo or just like dildo knowledge.
Yeah.
No idea. No idea. No idea.
And like, ultimately, chat with this Nikandros video, you are sitting through almost an hour and a half of nothing just to have, you know, 20 to 30 minutes of stuff that would look kind of bad, except Nux actually isn't involved in any of it. Like, I don't understand.
Don't
do it anyway.
say...
Just do it. It's like civics. Not a lot of people know what civics is. It's not how it's done. Most of the videos about Tectone. Yeah, that was weird. I guess we should probably mention that for people that didn't see the video.
It's more like the first 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes.
It's a 2-hour video. He spends a good 20 minutes on Tectone.
Decent, yeah.
In between like different parts of the video.
He brings up Tectone quite a lot for sure. And I know it's, you know, you convinced me about with the reasoning. I still think it's dumb.
Yeah. First 10 minutes being Tectone was baffling. A lot of the video chat is actually just different creators. And it feels like he's trying to push this idea that like Nux Taku was corrupting Oompaville and Iron Mouse and Charlie. And it's like, no, Nux was just one of many people that were doing like this edgy shock jock hentai stuff at the time. Because there was a time period in YouTube's meta where we shifted from kind of the more overt shock jock stuff, like, you know, the sort of the more racist side of things, to where people started moving into doing like hentai or porn and trying to shock people with that instead. And everybody was doing it. And the video kind of tries to make it seem like Nux was alone in doing it and was just corrupting everybody else. And it's like, no, this was just what people did.
Yeah.
Like, that's why nobody... He's like, oh, all these people managed... Or Nux managed to get a collab with all these people. Yeah, because it was what everyone was doing.
Everybody was doing it. And again, like I said yesterday, if you want to condemn everybody for doing something in the past, all right, fine. Just grab a stake for all of these people and tell them that you're hanging them to it.
Oh yeah, Nux was a degenerate who corrupted poor innocent Melody onto a raunchier path. At some point he shows Melody, and it's like, you know Melody started as a sex worker, right?
Like literally, her biggest controversy is the fact that she was encroaching on other sex workers.
Yeah, like one of the first, the only meme for Melody that is still quoted to this day, which came out of like her first couple months of being a streamer, is the, are you watching porn by yourself? And it's like, no, I'm watching it with the science team. Like, that's still a meme to this day that was made like around Melody. And you're trying to be like, Nux corrupted Melody. No, she started as a sex worker. That's just what she was. He wasted half the video, that's why you can't take it seriously. Yeah, I know it's like part 1 of a video. And I mentioned this at the start when we finished it, was part of the issue is you have to really keep your audience's attention. And you've already shown me in your first hard-hitting video on Nux that I really didn't get much. That was part 1. Yes, it's currently listed as part 1.
And what sucks is so many people act like, oh, you didn't know this about Nux. It's like, come on, guys. We all knew that this is what Nux did. We all knew that he made these kinds of videos. And everybody knew that, like, that was the thing of the time. And a lot of people want to pretend that that wasn't the thing of the time. And I'm just sitting here like, why is everybody forgetting that that's just not, like, the thing that was happening of the time? So many commentary people are doing it. So many regular people are doing it. And I'm just sitting here like, you guys are hermits. Like, I know I'm the homeschooled one, all right? I didn't learn about a lot of internet history until after, like, when I was on my mission and wasn't supposed to be. But, like, how is it that, like, all of you know less or understand less about the past and understand that that's literally how everybody acted? Like, you don't have to agree with it. I'm not saying you have to. In fact, you don't. I'm not going to force you to. But, like, This is literally how everybody acted. So condemn them if you want, but you have to condemn everybody.
Also,
everybody.
You know the anime meme that don't you want more people in your fandom? And it's no, I don't, because they like it for the wrong reason. That was me with the Nux video. Basically, was, well, don't you want more people to hate Nux? No, because they hate him for the wrong reason. Like, you guys are stupid. The problem with, like, Nux's content was not that the content was morally reprehensible. It's that he's a rug puller. He did that kind of content, now he doesn't want other people to do that kind of content. Even though that's the kind of content that got him where he is. That's the same problem I have with Idubbbz. Idubbbz started as a shock jock. And now if other people do shock jock shit, he's like, you can't do that. We need to have that kind of stuff removed off the platform.
What's funny is he's doing that now towards Ethan Klein, who is like kind of going back to... Ethan Klein's going back to being slightly edgy, even though he's a leftist still. But he's like trying... All he's doing is making fun of Ethan Klein now as a VTuber. Did you know that Idubbbz became a VTuber?
I did not. That sounds cringe.
He was a velociraptor or some shit.
He's a dragon. He plays a drag. He's like LARPing as a dragon now.
Oh, he's gay.
I listened.
Oh, so you can contribute to his fucking horde? Oh my, okay,
He can contribute to his fucking horde. He like literally, I was literally listening.
Is it like just like a straight up dragon?
Yes, it is a dragon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's gay.
He's a dragon model. He's married to a woman,
he's gay.
though.
Is that?
Yeah, he's gay.
Here, let me see if I can. Let me find you a clip. You
Chat,
guys talk for a moment.
If anybody is like me and knows anything about furries, tell me I'm wrong.
Let's see.
No, first of all, they're Scalies, and I just self-reported.
You did.
No.
Anybody that knows anything about the furry fandom,
yeah, you're right.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're right.
Gay.
They're gay. They're fucking gay.
I don't care that he's married to Anissa. We already know that Anissa isn't sleeping with him. She's been kind of public about that. He's gay.
Here, I'm putting this in our chat. Play that clip. Play that clip to the chat.
Do I have to?
Yeah. Just play that clip. I don't think he's doing a bit voice. I listened to a clip of him with a bit voice. That's not what I have.
Okay.
That's not what I gave you. I should give you some context because I did listen to the casino talk about this. He has decided, as a way to own Ethan Klein now, he has overlaid a message on his stream as a sort of like watermark, where it's a message of destiny.
So that wasn't added by this Twitter account.
No,
that
was not added by.
That
was added by his stream. Yes, that is something he chose to willingly put on his stream. It is a message of destiny calling Ethan Klein a pedophile.
I mean, it's like the only fucking content they have over there, right? Like, that podcast is full of talentless hacks.
He's talking about Ethan Klein.
If they spent
that's all he can do now.
If they spent a quarter of the amount of time that they do harassing people in, like, trying to find actual talent and trying to not only, like,
that's a shitty dragon.
Hire talent. I don't know. It might be past that point of being able to hire talent. I don't think talent wants to associate with that shit now. But, like, they themselves, I don't know, like, do some improv
and a full
something.
feral dragon.
Take some speaking classes.
If I'm thinking of the right clip, pretty.
The meanwhile,
pretty much like beast feral dragon, not like an anthro.
The imp knows that AB has.
Oh yeah, she's playing like an imp character. I didn't think she would actually do that. Yeah, keep playing.
A chin implant.
Wait a minute. Am I missing something?
Yeah,
is this brought up? Oh my god, I missed so much. Hold on.
Have you not watching it?
Oh, it's so bad.
I didn't have it up. Hold on. Oh my god.
Here, I'll go back a little bit for you.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Like,
yeah, that's all I need. That's all I need.
Improv or something. Take some speaking classes. You know, do something in the meanwhile to figure out how to be more entertaining or interesting.
The imp knows that AB has a chin implant as well.
So that's Anissa pretending to be an imp. So he's the dragon, and then he's got Anissa pretending to be an imp that's like his underling.
Wow.
I have never
Related string with
seen
them.
a live stream with a furry model on it. It's not real furry. It's just a dragon.
Yeah.
That just screams redneck to me. Everything about this just screams redneck.
Oh,
It really does.
that's brutal.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I've been to Georgia. I've been to North and South Carolina. Virginia is the more northern border of all of that, but this is very, very redneck.
That's hilarious.
He's
He's
got
doing
Denny's
ASMR.
This was
patrons.
put on by some guy named Russell.
Yeah,
and
he
Bubba.
calls his subs the Denny's patrons.
Yeah, okay, Jesus.
Because he
he's
loves
no
Denny.
he's no longer edgy. He's not allowed to use Denny's or Waffle House.
No, he can't. He's officially had that card removed.
Yeah, he's like,
So is this like stealing valor? No, chat. What?
we can say stolen valor, sure.
Yeah, VTuber stolen valor.
I mean, I already said on Twitter when I saw this, we do not claim him as the official spokesperson for VTubers.
course
We do not claim him.
You're that now?
Yes.
Also, thank you, Internet Zenmaster for 5. Having interacted with furries more than I liked, Scalys are an odd bunch. The fact his VTuber is a full feral dragon just makes it so much worse. He's definitely gay, though.
I mean, I don't have a full like stream look at this thing, but it doesn't look great.
It's terrifying is all I'm going to say.
You know what's the part I'm just now noticing, I guess? For some reason, whatever he's using to capture this, he did not full screen it. Because you can see his wing is cutting off, like at a solid...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's not out of the fucking... I saw that, he's not learned.
He is just not, for whatever reason, he's not full screened this. I don't know why.
He's phoning it in. That's what's going on. He's just phoning it in.
Yeah.
I mean, I phone it in sometimes, but I try to make my stream look nice.
Why must I curse you with this knowledge? Chat, listen. Sometimes it's Mizu that curses you, and sometimes it's me that curses you. All right?
Looks like a free Unity
and I'm
asset.
the one who has access to remove curse.
Oh, it's mean, chat. Why is he trying to be a VTuber? I'm going to be completely honest with you. Probably because he's got nothing else left to do. I don't know. I legit don't understand it.
Internet Zenmaster for 10, gonna pull out my old Degen card. Anissa being an imp had Corruption of Champions popping into my head. I can't stop laughing. I will take Burnt Peanut over iCucks any day of the week as far as VTubers goes. I'm assuming COC is Corruption of Champions, but I could be wrong.
It's possible.
There's a lot of things COC could refer to, but that's the first one that popped into my head, which could be a self-report on my part.
Listen, a lot of people knew what Corruption of Champions was.
Fair.
Including myself.
I'm not saying it's like niche knowledge, but it is knowledge.
Yeah.
Trust me, I have genuinely niche knowledge stored up in there.
Fair enough.
I'm going to use
YouTube I definitely
to
know.
take over me for like a second because I just need to go pee.
All right, you enjoy your pee.
Going to the
Idol's room.
Ew.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, why are we talking about Corruption of Champions?
Because we were talking about Anissa being an imp. It's vintage now.
You know, honestly, if we're talking Corruption of Champions, Anissa more feels like the Corruptions of Champions succubus.
The one that you meet, or just like
Yeah, the one that you meet that's like trying to dom and like turn their like soy boy beta cuck human whatever like into a demon. Like there's specifically a scene I'm thinking of that's like that's just Idubbbz and Anissa.
That's
fucking
hilarious.
prove me wrong. I'm sure there's someone in the chat who knows exactly the fucking succubus person. I think you have to explore the desert to come across it.
Oh, gosh, it's been so long since I played Corruption of Champions.
I had one going where I was trying to like get as far as I could while being a virgin. And I think I had like 96 days or something.
Yeah, and then you failed.
Well, no, I always saved. And then if I failed, you know, I'd just go through the fail and then I'd load an earlier save. But I lost track of that save at 96 days in.
So you saved scummed. How dare you?
Oh, absolutely. It's the only way to play Corruption Champions.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Oh my goodness.
Look, the reason why you had to save scum in that game is because quite literally, the sleeping system is on an RNG, and unbeknownst to you and beyond your control, you can just get raped by a bunch of imps for no reason. So you have to save scum in order to actually have a chance against the RNG just deciding, you know what, you're no longer a virgin.
Mhm. That's fair. Oh man.
Oh, Cocoon, what the hell? Save scumming on purpose to get bad endings is my go-to half the time. You degenerate.
It has been so long since I knew about that game. Thank you for the banana. Very much appreciated.
I have returned
Welcome back.
from the Lidl's room. My business
you
meeting
enjoy?
is done.
Oh, so you missed it because I made I don't know if you played a lot of Corruption of Champions, but there's a scene that you can come across where there's a succubus who has like a soy boy human like under her charge, and she wants you to help convince him to become a demon. And I swear to God, that's just Idubbbz and Anissa.
Yeah.
It
Thank you for the
is.
3 total bananas.
I didn't really play Corruption of Champions. I was more of a Degrees of Lewdity kind of person.
To be honest with you, Corruption of Champions is definitely more female focused because females are like reading more. Men are definitely picture focused. I think that's why, like, when the official game came out, I was just like, it's all right, but I don't like just reading. Maybe that's an indictment of me. I have no.
I know exactly the scene you're talking about, Ava. It is the desert. And frankly, the human and succubus have a better relationship than Anissa and Idubbbz.
Probably do.
Oh,
And
man.
Sadly.
Mundy's Loons for 10. I'm too high to follow any of this discussion, but Ava's got me oohing. Sorry.
It's probably the freckles and the fang.
They are good. I have my things.
Yep.
So.
Your
don't
fangs
have a
are
fang.
awesome because they're like kitten fangs, and I fucking love them. Look at them, they're so cute.
I've got
They're
cute
so
ears.
fucking cute.
I think I've got cool ears. Reading is good.
You
It
do have
is
cool ears.
good. Yes, but like, when it comes to
I can
loot
read.
stuff, I just don't care that much for reading.
I can read it like 650-ish words per minute
But
at
chat,
100% accuracy.
I know we've just been chatting about the who's and what's it's, the Nikandros video.
Yeah.
We do want to touch on a little bit some of the response to it, particularly poor little Leaflet here. Who Leaflet?
She's not
Yeah, Leaflet.
poor. She's not poor. She's like, fuck you, basically.
Yeah, so it's more this one. Because people were just like really bugging Leaflet to talk about the Nux thing.
Yeah.
And I think all of us were kind of on the same page. It's like, we don't really know why. Like, there's not like a...
Because she's been friendly towards Nux and watched his content
Yeah, but a lot of
and her
people
reacts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like because she was someone who has recently done some Nux reactions, everyone's like, "Oh, aren't you gonna condemn Nux? Aren't you gonna just?" It wasn't even that they wanted a comment about her from the situation; they wanted a condemnation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They
they've
just want to
been...
get anything possible to fuck over with him, basically. That's what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've just been constantly throwing shit at Leaflet. Be like, you gotta talk about it. You gotta talk about it. Why aren't you talking about it? It's like, well, you don't have to talk about it. And if it was just like one or two people...
anything we don't want to.
If it was just like one or two people doing it, we probably wouldn't even talk about it then. But like, people just like will not let it go.
himself is like trying to get onto this.
Dude, Nikandros' response is insane.
Yeah, so Leaflet put 99% of society's problems can be solved by parents doing their fucking job and actually raising their kids. And Nikandros says, they don't tell you this, but if a minor wanders into your Discord server, you can just R-word them.
So I have to ask a question, and I don't know the actual answer to this. I looked into it a little bit, but like, is Nikandros like of the Hassan persuasion?
No, I
Because
don't
that
think he likes
seems to kind
Hassan.
of okay.
Actually, he was
I don't
replying to
think so.
Hassan
No, he-
earlier.
Was he?
That's what I'm asking.
Here, let me
Okay,
see if
then
I
maybe
can.
I don't know.
I can find it.
Because that's the kind of like insane escalation talk that like I would be used to from Hassan.
Yeah.
Because it was one of his things where he tried to do the, well, I didn't say he was a pedophile sort of deal.
Uh-huh.
I maybe shouldn't have picked Hassan's profile to look for it because there's no telling
just
like how many times.
Just go to Nikandros and then like type in Hassan.
And then go to replies.
Well, it's
Yeah,
probably
just,
just
like-
in the replies.
Well, you can hit the search function at the top and then type in Hassan's @ and you can get anytime he mentioned Hassan.
Yeah, but I'm lazy.
It's literally easier than what you're doing
You
right
replied
now.
to
You know what?
Tactical
You know what this
Templar?
reminds me of?
Yeah, he did reply to Tactical Templar.
Last time I talked, wow.
Here's the problem. Templar is a fucking retard that really just shouldn't open his mouth because he's not really helping himself or the people around him. But, you know, the problem is Templar is like an easy one to dunk on for a lot of these people because he is such a retard, in my personal opinion. And so that's why, like, replying to him is like a dab for some of them.
So this was, by the way, chat, somebody claimed that they were gonna make a video on Nikandros.
Oh, I asked Nikandros about this.
Wait, we'll get back to that in a minute. Somebody claiming they were doing a video about Nikandros. And the Tactical Templar person, who I don't know, by the way, apparently everybody else does and thinks he's cringe. I don't know him. All he says is, we'll wait and see the evidence, but this wouldn't surprise me given the experience I've had dealing with these people. Unlike Nikandros, if anything comes from this allegation, I will be fair in covering it. Nikandros, I guess, gets upset. Does someone who's been blocked by Tactical Templar want to make an allegation that he raped a 12-year-old or some shit so that I can retweet it without seeing any of the evidence? I don't know this Tactical Templar guy. That is a fucking unhinged response. Like genuinely.
Crazy. But so was fucking his response to Leaflet. Oh, hey, if a child wanders into a Discord server, I guess you can just grape them. Why are you immediately hitting 100 on the fucking pedal?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Like, the Tactical Templar will making up false accusations would be your modus operandi, but that's not what I said or implied. I said I would wait for the evidence. And then he replies with like, this essay. Last time I talked to your bloated ass, I asked you for a single example of a specific lie I've told, and you had nothing but vague bullshit. You still labeled me a serial liar, and you continue to do so because you're a totally dishonest pussy.
Yeah, a Templar doesn't really do a good job at articulating himself. Granted, I don't either, which is why I don't debate people or get into conversations with people, because I'm not really good at that. That's more
However,
thing.
I have to say this, because I think this is important to bring up. This is one reason I say that people most of the time need to have level-headed responses. I don't know who Tactical Templar is. Maybe he deserves like this kind of treatment, but as somebody who doesn't know who he is, doesn't know the lore, when I see this, I'm like, Nick, you're a fucking nut job. What are you doing?
That's very fair to say. Like, if you're just a normal onlooker, unless you're like terminally dialed into this, which I am, I can see what I see what you mean, which is probably why I didn't immediately, which is probably why I just like wiped it away.
For me, I'm looking at this, I'm like, you sound crazy.
That's fair.
Somebody in chat posted this. I think it'll pop up, right? Toss a piece into the Hassan dog discourse. In August 10th, 2023 stream, Chaya jumps up at Hassan's mom off-screen, and someone in the chat suggests getting a shock collar. Hassan says it's unnecessary, and his chat reacts by calling the person a psycho, and many others ask if shock collars are even legal. Would it make any sense for Hassan to use a shock collar on stream when he knows his audience reacts this way?
Okay, so we have him actually actively defending.
Everybody knows Hassan shocked his dog. Like, let's stop pretending.
Yeah, sorry. There's oh wow, I got gifted a membership.
Yeah,
thank you, Dev, sir.
Thank you, Internet Zen Master, for 20. Option 1, they want a repeat of Emeru. Option 2, Leaflet seems genuinely friendly toward Nux, teasing him with an AI video. Option 3, forcing Leaflet to address it might turn all the new based VTubers popping up against Nux. And then Magma got his own membership for 13 months. Am I late? What did I miss? And
Yes.
thank you, Devastator, for the 5 gifted memberships, and congratulations to everyone who got one. Which apparently one of the people is Ava. So
There you go. Enjoy it.
Gee.
yeah, Donna Haito, Templar is implying Nick is a liar, and Nick is saying Templar R-worded somebody. Yeah, it's an unhinged response. Severely unhinged
It's a crazy response.
To be fair,
Especially to someone so, hey, I'm gonna wait for the evidence.
actually,
Fuck you, you motherfucking goddamn you never. Dude, calm down. I'm
Actually-
just saying I want to wait for the evidence. And
There
then
is-
he gets another paragraph response to that.
there is no to
That's
be fair.
crazy.
That is just unhinged. That is just unhinged. And again,
Yeah,
I
that's
think
just
part of the
crazy.
reason that I didn't like, that I just, I guess, didn't connect it is because I know that a lot of these people already know who Tactical Templar is and already hate him because they think he is a degenerate gooner himself and they want to make fun of him because of that. So I think these people are already like having preconceived notions about who Templar is and why they hate him. And they are just choosing to respond in this way towards him, even though I don't think that's really going to help because you're not going to convince Templar against what he already believes. You're not. And that's another thing that it's just like, you're not going to convince him and you're not going to like drive away his audience because I feel like that's what some of these people want to do is just drive away audiences. That's not what you're going to do. What you're going to do is you're going to galvanize and calcify people to where they don't care about what you say and they are actively going to do everything against what you are going to say, which is why these kinds of videos, while interesting in talking about previous behaviors, trust me, I get it. That's why I do documentaries myself. Like, you have to remember that, like, people don't care about morals. At least most people don't. The people in your section care about morals, and they're going to obviously not, they're not going to watch these videos. They're not going to pay attention. A lot of these people are just going to avoid it, but most people don't care. And that's why Mudahar still does what he does, even though I dislike him. That's why Nux continues to do what he does, even though I dislike him, is because most people don't give a shit. I just remember I was like listening to Nicholas Diorio and he's like, oh guys, we got to get this video in front of more people. We need to tell more people about who Nux Taku is. And I'm just sitting here like, yeah, good luck with that. You're not going to like, I don't think that's actually going to do what you think it's going to do. It's just going to piss people off. I don't know. Please tell me if I'm wrong.
This is a pain in the ass to search.
Like I said, you could have just,
That's what I did, and it's not working.
I did. Yeah.
never mind then.
How dare you? No, I'm kidding.
But I do have this one, and I think this is really gay. The bro is terrorizing Nux Taku at this point, making him think every day is his last. He should keep doing it. And this is about the Hassan Piker watching the expose on Nux. No.
Wait, no.
Because Hassan...
It says Hassan Piker almost watches.
He almost watches. Sorry.
But
'Cause-
what the fuck is this? Like, are you edging the audience? Get out of here.
I was trying to find it, but Hassan had replied to another tweet about this, and it's the one where Nikandros replies with something along the lines of, just to be clear, I'm not saying he's a pedophile, I just want to make sure everybody's, super duper clear on that. But the reality is, and we have to say this, Nikandros is assuming that Nux knew that there was a minor in his Discord. Because there was a minor in the Discord, allegedly, and Nux was also in the Discord sometimes, ergo he had to have known. And you're sitting here defending Hassan, and like trying to shill Hassan like this constantly just because he's dunking on Nux. You know what's worse than possibly having a minor in your not safe for work Discord? Going to a brothel that got busted for having underage minors working at it.
And even
By the
though
way,
we can't confirm
What's
that
crazy?
Hassan was
What's crazy about that is in Germany, the age of consent is 14, which means if they're underage sex trafficking in Germany,
They're
they were
really fucking
younger
young.
than 14 goddamn years old.
okay. I was eating something.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just like, that makes me depressed now.
Like, why would you're sitting here calling out Nux, and then you're like trying to like whack off Hassan every time Hassan talks badly about Nux? If we're taking allegations like this at face value, Hassan is 1,000 times worse. And I don't know why we're pretending it. Like,
You know
there's
what's
something
funny?
else here.
I know for a fact Nicholas Diorio basically was like, guys, listen, you can't like use the brothel thing on Hassan because it just is going to make him look better. And yet he's now saying this shit about Nux, and it's just like, come on,
And that doesn't even make sense. Because, like,
come on, man. Maybe I'm mishearing it.
how does visiting a German brothel
like
make
just
Hassan
visiting a
look
brothel
better?
already kind of makes you look like a kind of desperate.
We're already kind of like, ew.
What I'm saying is, like, he says that you can't. He says that like trying to call Hassan a pedophile for that kind of stuff just doesn't make it hurts the real criticism of Hassan, if that makes sense.
What's the real criticism? Because apparently Hibshakida's dog is also fake.
Oh no, a lot of people, including I believe Nick, believes that.
Nikandros was defending him.
No, not Nick Andros, Nicholas Diorio.
I don't care about Nicholas
there's too
Diorio.
many
He'll
Nick.
say whatever the fuck he wants to get attention.
This is fair. This is very fair.
Chat, I don't want any of us
Zap guy.
to be related to the commentary YouTubers. I think the commentary YouTubers are shit.
Oh yeah.
And I have to clarify this. I don't think they're shit because they talk about commentary. Or like, oh, drama, how can you talk about drama all day? I don't think that's shit. The reality is, every single one of them have been exposed to be in group discords together where they manufacture drama. They are...
Yeah.
Their
remember
entire
that.
existence on YouTube is manufactured in garbage. That's why they're constantly stabbing each other in the back, but it seems like they're all still friends. Because
Well-
they are. It's all kayfabe with them. None
You
of
know
it's
what's
real.
They all just decided that fucking what's his name, Chud Logic is persona non grata because of how he treated them during the Turkey Tom stuff. And so my question is he gonna be persona non grata forever, or is he gonna like come back eventually when they decide that they're fine with Chud Logic coming back?
He didn't get the memo. The Turkey Tom stuff was only supposed to be controversial until the Turkey Tom video came out. And then after that, they were supposed to flip. He forgot the flip part.
This is true. He did forget the flip part.
They actually didn't email him.
Yeah.
So
They
he
chose
didn't know
not to
about the
email
flip.
him, basically.
Yeah.
That's the reason I like hate all of the commentary YouTubers. And there was a time when I was a young
They all have a Slack channel.
Yeah. There was a time when I was a young wee one and I thought the commentary stuff was so fun and it was so interesting to watch. And then as I got older, I realized that they're all just lying constantly.
They all lie, cheat. Yeah, I think fucking what's his name? Shot from the point. What's his name? The older guy that's that was old commentary. Either way, I kind of like him because he says it more real. And he recently was like, yeah, I just don't want anything to do with commentary because I don't want to make friends with any of these people because they all get into trouble and I just don't want to be a part of it. And I thought, I was like, you know what? That's probably a good idea to have. All of them get into manufactured drama with each other. Granted, I don't think the Turkey Tom stuff was manufactured. I think that was real. I just think that they all like to do dumb shit together. I mean, again, it was revealed that they had a spicy chat.
I mean, I would say like a lot of the Austin streamers.
wait, Boblack.
You
Apparently,
see shit that comes up.
Okay, this is how I know it's manufactured. Boblax and Chud Logic have both joined together allegedly against Nicholas Diorio. Okay, I don't believe it's real anymore. I'm sorry, I don't believe it's real. If you believe it's real, go right ahead. All of these fucking retards do that kind of shit just to.
Oh
It's all
my
kayfabe.
god.
It's all fucking kayfabe. I'm gonna
It's
need
kayfabe.
I'm gonna need a clip of that person who just DM'd me that. But if that's true, it's all fucking kayfabe. All fucking kayfabe.
Used to watch Robot Guy at one point. It's all just bland stuff. If it's just a robot, he got in trouble for other stuff. I think
just
he
a
actually
robot.
is
Yeah, he
persona
did.
non grata at this point.
Yeah, I don't even think he was with them.
Yeah, he got. He got.
He wasn't. He
nuked
was
for
on the
Morbid, okay?
sidelines. But yeah, he's been proper canceled.
Well, what did he do? I know he did some stuff that really pissed people off.
I don't want to say it because I don't have
Neither
like
do I, because yeah.
I don't have
Exactly.
it
It's not
specifically
offhand,
in my
but
memory bank.
One of the main points of criticism with Just a Robot is he made like fucking 18 response videos to these allegations. And he just kept making them. And it was like, okay, we don't care anymore at this point. Like, this is getting weird.
This is
That's
the
way
Lady
too
Dolph
many.
Again,
protest too
don't
much.
even... Oh. Was that the old voice of Brody Fox?
We'll get to that in a bit. Chat can't see it.
Okay.
Don't spoil it for chat.
Whoops.
Anyways, continue.
I mean... I forgot what I was saying, but I have 22 minutes.
Anxiety for 2. Lord, why is the shortest month still not over? I know.
Oh yeah, this has been a very slow month.
Couple other random things. Internet Zen Master for 20. This sort of unhinged reaction by Nick toward anyone being skeptical only hurts the credibility of his video. Also, Nick, like an idiot, got Hassan to acknowledge Blue Voldemort. Nux and his fans were lamowing hard. Devastator for 10. Going to say this because I have visited Templar, and in all fairness, he is a powder keg. If you choose to engage him, who knows what the engagement will lead to. He doubles down a lot.
He does. He does.
That's the thing. Like, it's possible, it is completely reasonable to have that reaction to him. However, it looks horrendous. Like, it is horrible optics when that is your response to somebody that looks like they're being...
The reason why I brought the Hassan relation up is because his response to that tweet reminded me of, like, Hassan going off on one of his chatters, offering mild criticism.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to reel it in.
I guess we'll have to see what goes on. I do remember the last
His
time...
response was like that of a girlfriend responding in text because you called her fat.
Oh, that's brutal.
That's paragraphs of hostile energy.
Yeah.
I do seem to recall he kind of dropped the legal stuff, or most of the legal stuff from the Nux video because of the Mudahar video. So my thought process is, do you think in the next video he'll go even lower because of the legal implications that he made in this video? I don't know.
Well, the problem with the Mudahar video, if I remember right, was there was a whole bunch of, he legally can't do this. This is definitely a crime. This is that. And it's like, you can't do that. Especially like this much.
He's not even Canadian. That's the other part of it.
But because me and
Makes it
Ava have
difficult.
talked about this on Lautism sometimes, where we're like, I believe that would qualify as a crime. That is the hardest, most committal answer we will give to whether or not something is illegal.
I will say some of the standards of this particular law have been met in this instance, in my opinion. However, unless it's an actual like a sentencing we're fucking watching, we're not stating that as fact. We're opining on what we're seeing, which usually has to do with, sentencing people getting 6 months, 3 months, whatever, $500 fine, it doesn't matter.
Leaflet made an official response to Nux. Can I send a link? Yeah, DM it to any of us.
Is it
please.
on her page? Is it just this one?
Please, if it's a video, please let us know. I know that she actually no, she isn't streaming tonight because her fucking, what was it?
Here, I'll go
Part
down
of
this
computer
list a
died.
little bit. This is... God, there was a lot of shit here. This is under the Nikandros tweet, where he did the... I'll just pull it up so chat can see it, and we'll go down the list together. It's the Nikandros says you can take the minor thing. Leaflet replies, "You're so dumb, it's unreal, actually." Says, "Go ahead, tell me how I'm wrong. That's literally your stance. Identical in principle. If not for the parents in action, the child wouldn't be there. Therefore, the child wouldn't be groomed. You could have said it's the groomer's fault, but you instantly blamed the parents. It's a waste of time. I don't argue with retards." Which is, to be fair, people could sit here, and I've seen people say this before. It's like, well, she needs to give a proper response to this. No, sometimes stuff is so stupid and so out of pocket,
It's not
you can
quite
just
wasting
say,
the energy.
yeah, like, I don't need to tell you that I'm not siding with groomers. It's obvious that I'm not.
Well, again, here's the problem. Nikandros and a lot of the commentary people already come from the side that believe that if you like lolly, you are a groomer.
He mentions
and
that.
You side with that.
Very next thing, do you
does
have
he?
any adult characters in your reaction folder? Isn't this from Gabriel Dropout? Isn't she an angel?
And then response. I love Leaflet's response though. Classic.
Yeah. Like that's the you're
Look
not
at that
gonna see.
ratio.
And then
Look
he
at that
just keeps
ratio. That's
going.
a one-word ratio.
One word classic. When someone jokes about you being a nonce, the winning move isn't to imply you get that often. You could have said, if someone grooms a child in Nux Taku's Discord server, it's the groomer's fault, not Nux's. But you totally skipped them to put all the blame on the child's parents. Why? In case you haven't watched the video, the groomer in this story...
Are we pressing that now Red was groomed, even though Red themselves said nothing sexual of any kind happened between him and Alien?
That's where we're going now. In case you haven't watched the video, the groomer in the story was publicly teaching the child how to lie to their parents in the server's general chat. At the time this was happening, there was only 49 active members on the server, no moderators, no rules, and Nux Taku advertised the server by saying the $1 one-time entry fee was worth it to meet the person that was grooming the child. Nux Taku still had them on his podcast twice half a year later. The Patreon wasn't set to 18+, there was nothing anywhere to claim it's 18+, Nux just lied. Random person replies to him, one bad thing exists, another bad thing exists in tandem. No, you can't talk about the second thing, that invalidates the first bad thing. In my worldview, you're a pedophile supporter. Glad to see competitive retardation is going strong. I look forward to seeing the end bracket.
That's beautiful.
Universal suffrage was a mistake.
Oh my god. Holy shit. I love Leaflet.
It went on a Discord server and was groomed. Nux knew. You think the parents is at fault, not Nux who knew. If Nux Taku invited the kid to his house and R-worded them, you'd defend Nux.
That's literally...
She never said he wasn't at fault. She just refused to partake in your mob without knowing in detail what happened. This isn't about kids' safety. You're just looking for a pretext and it shows. Says they're all faking gay. Why are you scared of watching a video? First off, it's 2 hours, guys. I'm not saying long bad. I literally watched EFAT videos like religiously, and they are 8-hour long videos of 5 guys talking about nothing in particular.
And I
Dude,
literally
I watched a fucking armchair expert video. Have you seen one of his VODs?
Yeah.
Fucking 10-12 hours long time signs.
But if you,
long isn't bad, but
if you're not interested in drama, you're not interested in Nux, and you're not interested in Nikandros, nobody wants to watch a 2-hour video on 3 things they don't care about.
Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think that that's something that Leaflet is really into. Leaflet talks about politics and pop culture. I don't see her often talking about drama. Granted,
like,
I'm not much of a Leaflet viewer, so I could be wrong.
If she remained radio silent, there would be nothing much to talk about. However, her dismissal of the drama as dumb, a drama that involves grooming, makes her look like a sweeper. It's like when Denims didn't want to call out Keffels for her scams. And we're going to keep skipping these people. And then we get to, they're just being disingenuous as usual. It's probably dumb because I've seen the same pattern time and time again of baseless accusations when it comes to content creator drama. I never watched the video and I never will out of spite. And somebody replies, I'm willing to take the risk of being associated with a groomer simply because I hate the people making the accusations. Not only is this a morally bankrupt position, but you are potentially shooting yourself in the foot. You're a effing retard. I have to say, and I mentioned this when we were watching Nikandros' video, this is unironically something you have to consider when you are making content like this. If you set it up to where people are going to immediately hate you, they're probably going to side with the other guy out of spite, regardless of how bad he is. And people don't understand that that's like ingrained in humans. It is difficult for our brains to detach, like, seeing you do something we hate to an abstract of this person possibly did something you hate years ago. You have to actively disconnect that in your own brain, and most people can't do that very well.
No, it's just human nature.
But then Leaflet retweeted this, and I think this is what people meant when they said her response. It says, literally don't care. Even if it were proven down the line, I would just say I'm against it then. On my research, at my own pace, at my own grounded morals. The idea that the potential of a bad person being an acquaintance of mine is something that gives you the right to demand something of me immediately is fake and gay. Retards like you call people like me Nazis, racists, rapists, murderers, genociders, and pedos every couple of days. The idea that my acquaintances should launch a inquisition every time you do is idiotic. It's not going to work anymore. Your bullshit psychological warfare and spell casting is over. You're the boy who cried wolf, and literally nobody cares what you think anymore. Reign of Terror is over. Get in the box, bitch.
God damn, Leaflet.
I like Leaflet.
I have to say, that is correct, especially when you get to parts like this, where he says, do you have any adult characters in your reaction folder? You are telling me that I have to care that you personally believe Nux is a pedo, and then you're gonna look at me and say your anime characters make you a pedo. It's
that at that point, it's just like, okay, then I don't care.
Yeah, it's like you've just told me
that part of the video where Nikandros is talking about child characters and cartoons meant for children, and as he's talking about it, he has a bunch of cartoon scrolling, and you have shit like Hell of a Boss and freaking other like efforts, like big fucking adult fire. He's like, even my Papa Outfire, total normie, has no. He's like, why is he showing adult cartoons when talking about children's cartoons? Like that's how like disingenuous your argument appeared on the face value to someone who has no idea about any of this shit.
Yeah, for chat that did not get to see the video, there is a point where Nikandros is scrolling through Nux's old videos and saying, and Nux did tons of videos on cartoons intended for children. Every single one of them is an anime, except for 2.
And then it's Pokemon.
And every single one of them is an anime, except for 2. And the 2 that aren't an anime are The Amazing Digital Circus and Hell of a Boss.
Hell of a Boss, yeah.
The Amazing Digital Circus
I think there was another VTuber one.
Yeah. The Amazing Digital Circus is adult. It's not like super explicit, but it is intended for adults. And Hell of a Boss is 1000% for adults. They have people having sex. And he's like, these are cartoons for children.
It's fucking hell. Let's be real.
Those are the only cartoons that were on it. Everything else was anime. And I told it to Ava and Occo while we were watching it. He comes across as a guy that thinks 4Kids determined like what every anime is now and forever. Which is funny that I have Leaflet's tweet in the background here. As I'm saying that, it's funny that we have Leaflet's GIF in the background here of Colonel Mustang setting a guy on fire and
I love Colonel Mustang.
Completely immolating
setting
them.
Lust on fire.
Mizu, I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta cancel you because you called it GIF, and I know you're doing that just to piss people off.
I will forever say it's supposed to be said GIF.
See, I keep saying that too, but people keep giving me shit for it.
See, me and Ava agree. It's GIF, and we're the lawyers, so you lose.
Yeah, it's GIF.
You just told me yesterday you didn't want to be a lawyer. What the fuck?
I said I don't want to be in court. There's a difference.
I feel like I'm gonna have to go re-listen now because
Yeah, he said he doesn't want to be in court.
I said I don't want to be anywhere near a courtroom.
There's lots of lawyers that aren't in court.
How do you pronounce graphics? Graphics. Yeah, people are saying it's GIF, so it's graphics. Exactly, see? They got the idea.
It's graphics.
Graphics.
Yeah. This is why no one likes lawyers.
It's GIF.
Thank you, Toa.
Toa for 5. It's alright, Mizu. Everyone is wrong sometimes. Oh, it's okay. I'm always correct. Jif peanut butter versus Jif. Isn't Jif peanut butter with 2 F's? I haven't bought any Jif peanut butter in a while.
I get the
I don't buy peanut butter,
but I
ever
can't
since
remember.
My mom told me that eating peanuts is bad for you, and so I haven't bought peanut butter in a while. Yeah, she like showed me studies.
Did she provide? Okay.
Yeah, she showed me studies
at
previously
least
that peanuts are
I
bad for
want you
like.
to just walk in the fucking room, go, don't eat peanuts. They're bad for
Okay,
you.
do
You're
you
like,
think that-
okay.
Do you think that I would just like take a study or take what she says without at least saying, "Could you tell me why peanuts suck"?
I mean,
Yeah.
I would as a child.
What? Okay, but I wasn't a
And my
child when
parents
she
just
told me.
barged
She
on my
told me
roof and
this
said, don't
last
eat
year.
kiwis. Oh,
She
okay, it
told me
was
this
last year. Okay.
Yeah, she told me this last
Okay.
year, and I was like, okay, why? And she's like, well, this.
Why
this,
are
and
peanuts
this,
bad
it's
for
actually
you?
not. I'm having trouble remembering because it was last year, but it was something about how your body's not really supposed to have peanuts in its system, and it's actually harder to like. It's just not like made for
There
you,
are a
basically.
lot of mammals, especially prey animals, that have big trouble digesting legumes, of which peanut is considered a legume.
It's
so
possibly that. It's possibly that. But
Let me see here.
basically, she told me that she's trying to phase out fast food restaurants that cook with peanut oil for that reason, and that she
high calorie and fat density.
I don't think it's the high calorie and fat density. It could be, but
Oh,
I don't think
apparently
that's
has
what it is.
fungal toxins.
Well, there you go, chat. Don't eat peanuts. Fungal toxins.
Yeah, you don't want those fungal toxins. You know, hey, do you want The Last of Us? Because that's how you get The Last of Us.
Thank you, Internet Zen Master for 10. The funniest thing about Nick's video is just he shows that Nux was never a lolicon, just met on Lolly, undermining the main insult commentary community has thrown at Nux Taku for years. Yeah, chat, if you guys didn't
That
get to
is
see
true.
our video, it kind of came out like through these like backroom discords that Nux has sort of always hated Lolly and really was just
He's
using
called
it for
things
attention.
like horrific and evil, even back in 2018.
Yeah, so at the very least, you call Nux a grifter for that reason as well. Yeah, basically. It's definitely made me go like, you know what? Yeah, he probably wasn't a lolicon. I just bought some Uncrustables. Eat them if you want. I just am never gonna, or never, because
Thank
I
you,
go to
Magumi,
fast
for
food
5.
restaurants.
Surprised Nick isn't a Matt Walsh fan with his disdain for cartoons. They are about on the same level. And thank you, Ebonics Kang, for the cool whip.
You know?
And another one
Cool whip.
just bought some Uncrustables. I've never had an Uncrustable.
Neither have I.
You know what's funny? I had Uncrustables a long time ago. Let me see if I can remember when exactly it was. It was, there it is. Yes. October 2012. I was 11 years old. And apparently, at that time, Smucker's Uncrustables had a big fucking voluntary recall for salmonella contamination. My grandma had just bought us a whole big Costco thing of those Uncrustables. Took them all away.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm willing to roll the dice on that. Fucking give me back my Uncrustables, damn it.
Also, really quick, just because I figure I should mention this, for people that did not get to watch our take on the Nikandros video, because we did it yesterday, after stream, I will link all 3 of our different perspectives in the reply, or in the description. So if people actually want to see us go through the entire video, we do that on stream.
yes. Oh, that was another thing
Yeah.
to point out. So when this whole thing came out, a lot of them were like, oh, Nux isn't going to talk about this. Nux is going to sweep it under the rug. No, Nux came out and said, one, he denied it, basically, or denied knowing that all of this went down. And then Nux said, hey, by the way, go watch this video if you really want to do this. Go watch the entire video. Here it is.
Yeah, it was weird. A lot of people kept trying to report that Nux was trying to like make sure people didn't watch the video. And like as we were getting some of those reports, we literally hear Nux go, hey, here's the video. Here's the name of the creator. He paused it at when Nikandros like does his commentary, he will actually have just his name floating in like a blue lagoon or whatever the fuck. He paused it at that point so you could get the spelling right and said, go to this guy's channel and watch the video if you really want to.
Yeah. And
I
that's
also,
definitely not what I
chat, have to
expected
push
from him.
back on the he deflected it to Hassan. He was talking about Hassan already, and then somebody in the middle of his conversation about Hassan said, hey, have you seen the Nikandros video on you? He did a short 5-minute chat about the Nikandros video, and then he went,
And then he went
back
back
to
to
Hassan. That he was already talking
Yeah,
about
he did.
beforehand.
And that was, to be fair, chat, that's something I got fucking tricked by too. Didn't realize what had happened until Mizu pointed it out.
Yeah, he had already been talking about Hassan. He wasn't deflecting to Hassan. And like you could argue one way or the other how you feel about it, but he felt like the Nikandros video didn't require a lot of it. Started his VOD talking about the vid.
Video was sidebar worthy.
No, I've seen the VOD. Even in the clip people post, he's talking about Hassan before he talks about the Nikandros video.
Did he talk about it more than once?
Not really, no.
No, I'm starting to want because
we watched the video. Maybe he talked about it more than once, but I have a more likely feeling. Chat's trying to fucking gaslight us right now.
Yeah.
We watched his response yesterday. He was talking about Hassan. Then he saw someone in chat mention the Nikandros video, decided to fucking go on a sidebar, talk about that for about 5 minutes, and then he went back to Hassan. He also fucking mentioned Trash Taste. Doesn't mean, whatever.
I also have to point out that, because some people were saying, like, well, Nux didn't, take down the whole video. He only addressed the part about the minor in the chat, which really is the only part that matters.
Yeah, because he's already talked about the other stuff in the past. Even if I think that it might not have been as good, he's talked about it in the past. So if you're him, why would you talk about it again?
Exactly. No, like, it's one of those things, and we talked about it. None of us really like Nux. But everybody just...
No, look.
It's what I said earlier.
I really don't like him.
You like him, or
I really don't.
They hate him for the wrong reasons. So that's why I have to call them out.
They're trying to force this, like, square, into this circle. And I'm like, guys, the circle hole is literally right over there. Like, you have the good shit that could put the nail in the coffin of Nux's career, so to speak. You know, he's a piece of shit. He's a hypocrite. We have a lot of stuff. He's turned to religion in a really weird way when he was a fucking absolute degen. There's a lot of stuff you can criticize and honestly condemn Nux for. What Nikandros is trying to do, I'm sorry, it just doesn't meet the standard I need it to for me to go that route.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
With that, though, it's 10 o'clock. I have to go.
You have to go?
You want to touch on this real quick? It's a minute long.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Because I saw that and I was like, what the fuck?
So, chat, for those of you who don't know, the voice actor for the Yo Mama channel, who is a guy called Brock Baker, I believe, had to put out a statement as of a little bit, because the guy that runs the Yo Mama channel, Zach James, it's Zach James, has made... Did you guys get disconnected from the VTube studio? You did.
Did we?
Yeah.
I did, yeah. But I just decided to leave because I'm on my way out.
Well, I'll get Occo back in. But he basically has started a crypto coin. So people were messaging Brock Baker, and they're like, why are you, like, a part of a crypto scam? So he had to make
are you kidding me?
He had to make a statement, because he's like, no, I'm not actually related to the channel anymore at all. I haven't been for a while. Like, the crypto scam is all on Brody Fox.
Yeah.
And he put out this video.
Hi, my name is Brock Baker, and I am Brody Fox, the Yo Mama guy. I'm the voice actor for Brody Fox and Frank the Cap and a ton of other characters from the Yo Mama channel. But I don't run the Twitter. I don't run the YouTube channel. I have nothing to do with any of the Yo Mama or Brody Fox social media. I'm not involved in anything crypto or meme coin or Web3. I could not be any less interested in any of that. Okay? That's all Zach James, the co-creator of the Yo Mama brand. He does often make it clear that it's him running all the social media and not me. I'm rarely on Twitter, as you can tell by me still calling it Twitter. The last thing I want to do with my time is get in flame wars all day, every day. Just thinking about that exhausts me. I wish this video was horizontal so I could lie down. I just want to make silly videos and do voices for cartoons and video games and make people laugh. It's becoming less and less likely that the Yo Mama cartoons are ever coming back, especially since the band broke up. But sometimes I'll throw on a pink polo and scream user-submitted Yo Mama jokes to the people that grew up with the Yo Mama cartoons. That's all. Just wanted to clear the air.
Crazy editing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is interesting now that the Yo Mama channel is basically everybody has said, like, I have nothing to do with it anymore.
Yeah.
And Brock Baker is
I remember when Yo Mama, like, I used to watch that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brock Baker is probably the one that has had the lightest take on the channel. And even you could hear that he's trying to, like, distance himself from certain things. Like, I have nothing to do with crypto, you know. The artist has had to come out. This happened during his when he was fighting with Riri and Elfin Psyop. But the artist has already distanced himself from him and said that he hasn't made new art for the channel in years. And the guy that runs it, Zach James, has just been editing his art. And he felt he had the need to come out and say it because people were asking him why he was drawing all these racist caricatures recently.
Oh, no.
And he's like, I haven't. He's been editing my art to make them.
Oh, that's fucked. God damn.
Zach is really the only one that's left with the channel, and for years he has just been re-uploading old content in different permutations. It is.
Well, that's quite a thing to leave on. Yeah, no, my God. Look, it's kind of like, it's not as bad as like Domi Your Heroes, but it's like watching a hero live so long they're now the villain. You fucking personified a Dark Knight quote, god damn it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
Anyway, thank you very much for having me, guys. You have a lovely night.
Bye, Eva.
Good night, Eva.
Could they sue him?
Chat.
No. Because...
No. Well...
It was like, oh,
not.
shit.
Probably not. Sorry. Okay, bye.
Yeah. There is a very niche case law in which the artist might be able to, but it's very unlikely. And the artist would also have to prove that the edits to his art have caused actual financial damage to him.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be very difficult. Megumi for 5 plus bro owes an artist $30 for a commission. Did he not pay $30 for a commission? Zach James actually got his fans to attack Red Minus when he came out and said that Zach mistreats his staff. Yeah. Doubt Red Minus cares. No, Red Minus is the one that came up and he's like, I'm not making the racist edits. He's doing that himself. And the last thing I kind of wanted us to touch on tonight, just so we can make the excuse that this is still, in fact, a VTuber podcast, is the racist VTuber that was doing the Black VTuber Awards is going on hiatus.
Yes.
And made like a little docu on it.
Oh no.
They literally changed their name to Harassment Be Crazy Hiatus. So real quick,
Red Minus is working on Space King now, so he's doing okay. Oh, that's actually good to know.
I didn't know he was on
I'd
Space
say that's
King.
an upgrade.
That's an interesting upgrade.
It's an interesting upgrade, but it's still an upgrade. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
So chat, I thought we'd just read through this really quick. Hello, I'm Nearlina, and I've made some comments in the past in which I would like to give context to. Back in 2025, I made a statement against Kirsch and the wider VTube fan community as I was facing racial attacks due to a video I made addressing drama tubers and my ires for their actions. Since I was being called everything between the hard R to the R word, I was driven by heightened emotion and tried to clap back, citing the phrase, racist Nazi Mayo Moon Cricket in my tweet. For context, the word moon cricket was historically used against black slaves as a slur to insult those who sang hymns through the night and looked rough because of it. And considering I was already being lamented with derogatory language at the time, I thought going dark woke and fighting back with something equally as inflammatory was the correct response.
I haven't heard dark woke in a while. That's hilarious.
This goes along with what I said earlier about Nikandros. You have to remain calm in your public PR because you're basically saying, yeah, people were calling me racial slurs, so I started calling people racial slurs.
No, you can't do that. Don't call people racial slurs because it doesn't help you.
We are going to go off screen a little bit for the bottom bit chat, but I'll still read through it. This is not the case. My past actions have caused a great deal of grief, harassment, and abuse towards my mutuals, colleagues, and friends, and I cannot sit idly by without properly addressing it anymore. I apologize for my actions, my words, and my lack of acknowledgement towards the situation as a whole. I thought that I could ego my way through the hate and simply move on, but after seeing the people I cherish around me getting attacked and unjustly targeted, I knew it was time to say something. I have not used and vow to never use such shameful language, regardless of the context again. Trying to bite back, regardless of my justifications, with such language is not okay, and it's not who I want to be, nor is it the type of person I want to present as. I now understand that in order to have the opinions I do, I must lead by example and not stoop to the level of those who hurt me. With that, I've decided to formally and officially step away from the Onyx Awards as a founder and staff member to aid in my extended hiatus. This decision is my own choice. It has not been influenced by anyone inside or outside of the event. I want to take this time to focus on my physical and mental health, my family and friends, and my education. I have a lot of things going on outside of VTubing that are way bigger than me, and I feel like the best course of action is to step away entirely and prioritize myself. It has been an honor and a privilege to be part of such a tremendous adventure, and I trust everyone to bring this beautiful thing to fruition. Thank you, Narlina.
Oh boy. So she's gone, chat. She's dark woke. I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel uncomfortable saying dark woke. I know what it means, but she's black, and I don't feel comfortable saying that. Just saying.
Chat, I have to clarify. We don't go harass anybody. Harassment bad. There's no but to that. Harassment bad. Don't go harass anybody. I will say that it's kind of a shitty response, because it's all like, oh, poor woe is me. My friends, they're under so much pressure now, and you know, I just made a weird mistake by replying to people with the same energy they gave me, and it's like, no, hun, you started a slap fight. Like, she even mentions it. She's like, I just made a video on like the drama tubers and how I didn't like them, and suddenly people were replying to me. Yeah, that's how that works.
I know what you're talking about, Kirsch.
Like, you threw the first punch. And now you're trying to, like, step back and be like, I didn't do anything. What are you talking about? You started it.
Trying to act like she didn't start the fire, when it's just like, I don't know, man.
They have gotten a lot of quote tweets, chat. Imagine being racist and begging for sympathy and crying like a bitch. That's crazy. Aren't you the racist VTuber? Also, this MF locked replies. Banana Juju even responded. Says, harassment do be crazy. I know. I still remember what you said about me. Bitch, you aren't the victim. You're the bully.
Face? Choo-choo's face.
Next time, maybe don't hop on the harassment clout train. Crimea River, you R-worded bitch. Hirsch wins again.
Hirsch wins again by doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, spare me the crocodile tears over you getting what you deserve, and don't come back till you apologize for being a lying racist piece of S-word. You use an AI for your apology. That don't mean shit. I guess people are accusing this of being AI written.
That's funny. I don't care, but that's funny.
Oh, it might be.
Really?
So this is something that's commonly called out with AI. I don't know if you've seen it before. AI has a propensity to do these double dashes when they're making statements for some reason.
Oh, I see what you mean.
It's not like, how many people do you actually see ever doing that when they type?
I'm not autistic enough to do it.
Yeah.
But now I might do it just to fuck with people.
I'll pull it back up just so chat can see what I'm talking about. These right here, chat, these double dashes, it's actually for some reason, when AI is writing something, it is very common for AI to include these. And she has one up here, she has one down here, and then she has one, right here. You can kind of see it behind the words. That's an M dash and huge on AI filler. Yeah, so she has technically 4 M dashes. The last one is by her name at the end. I don't know if I would say that 100% means it is AI. However, I never see anybody uses them. I've never seen anybody use them outside of AI. So I guess
that is hilarious.
It's possible.
Oh man, that's if she used AI, I don't know for sure, but I feel like she is also anti-AI, so that would make it even more funny.
Probably. Person is 100% pure racist. She glorifies death, wishes harms on others, think that all other black people are racist, and that it's okay to be racist. Have been attacking VTubers that are not black with racial slurs, even if they did nothing to her.
Man.
Try somewhere else. Literally no one cares.
I didn't notice it till Lewis Rossman pointed out how common M dashes are in corpo statements online. I mean, a corpo statement being AI written is just something that you could expect.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised by that.
Are the Onyx Awards still going on? To my knowledge, yes.
Maybe.
But I haven't kept up with it because the reality is I don't care. I like to make fun of them from a distance because I think everybody involved with it is kind of a shit show. But I don't care outside of that. I mean, about a week ago they got an endorsement from Alara, so.
And we all know how good an endorsement from fucking Alara is, so you know.
They got an endorsement from Static Tokyo.
Oh, did they? That's hilarious. Considering that the last time Static Tokyo talked about these kinds of things, he was also called racist towards his own race, which is hilarious. Kind of wish we had Ava here now because she knows more about the previous awards show than I feel like both of us do.
Yeah.
I also find it funny that they're hosting it on June 19th. It's like, do you guys know how far away that is? That's like 50 bajillion years away.
They haven't posted since the 14th.
No.
But I don't know like who all is actually involved in this, so
Hilarious.
I guess we'll see when Juneteenth comes around.
I will say as an extra added chat, I joined Advanced GG for 2 reasons. 1, they had Rev, and I figured if they had Rev, they're not gonna hate me. 2, they decided to remove this bitch because she was racist towards people. And I was like, okay, if they're gonna remove her for being racist towards white people, then I feel okay and comfortable with Advanced GG. Because at the very least, they're equal opportunity non-racists.
Yeah.
And then they did what they did with Rev, and I was just like, fuck, okay. Nice. Not a fan.
I think that's all I really had for tonight, though, chat.
Did you? I don't know if I didn't know if you wanted to point out the Usagi thing really quickly.
I mean, we can, but like, do we really want to talk about them?
I mean, fair. It was just kind of funny.
You just wanted to make fun of them, that's all.
Listen. I only am laughing because Cha-Cha was like, "Oh, there's a reason why you were banned in our circles," and that's it. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, chat.
That's all
there was
I really want to bring up.
There's this tweet from Musagi who we've never really talked about on the stream before, but that's just because they're really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Said a lot of VTubers, especially big indies, really need to know that some of their mods are up to. Banning people on their Discord server and Twitch over Twitter reputation is not justifiable if the person isn't even causing problems in that space. By the way, I have to just disagree with that. And you can ask Occo, I have a very open door policy with the Under the Tea Discord, and I really don't like banning people.
Mm-hmm. He's typically the one that gets the final say. If we ban you, it's because Mizu said okay. But I will want to ban people faster.
If I find out that you're on Twitter doxing people, yeah, I'm gonna ban you before you come in. No, your behavior off platform sometimes is valid to get rid of you.
It just depends on what the behavior is. Doxing is probably one of them.
2 examples I'm going to say is Cinder and Cha-Cha. I wasn't even active in chat on their streams and servers, just a casual viewer for small periods of time, and then I just get banned with zero explanation. It's a bad precedent that these mods are setting and need to be put in check by the streamer. And then I gotta full screen it a little bit for you guys here. Cha-Cha replies, cross-ban list are common across VTubers. In your case, receipts of admissions of abhorrent behavior on the public server.
Yeah, pretty much. I just thought that was funny.
I won't say anything specific, chat, but yes, other streamers have tried to use this as an excuse to keep absolutely evil people in their circles. For what reason, nobody knows.
Yeah, I when it comes to Usagi, there are very few things that I will want to ban people for. The stuff that Usagi said, yeah, I don't want them around me whatsoever anymore. Disgusting. So, Base, Cinder, and Cha-Cha, no, I agree. I mean, it does kind of prove a thing where it's just yeah, these people share block lists with each other. Kind of funny, because I'm in Cinder's Discord. Granted, I don't talk in Cinder's Discord. But it's just kind of funny that Usagi gets banned.
Sorry, I gotta go back for 2. Internet Zen Master. Nux is a hypocrite, but fortunately there are so many other VTubers who are much worse than just being a hypocrite, like Nerlina, for example. And another one for, yeah, I've used M-dashes in the past for college papers an eternity ago, but that's once an entire paper, and this lady has 4. Yeah, that's AI.
No, I do believe that it was AI with her.
But yeah, these are it. That was Occo. I wanted to share that. That was just funny.
It was funny.
Full disclosure, Usagi's actually been banned from UTT for who knows how long. And it wasn't even for that, because that wasn't publicly available at the time when we banned them. We banned them because they were just constantly fighting with people.
Yeah, Usagi doesn't know how to take a chill. They don't know how to be a normal person. And they really got upset when we banned them. And they have an entire circle jerk of retards that defend them, even though they have a bunch of stuff that they've said. And it's just yeah, I think that I don't agree with off-platform behaviors most of the time, but for you, I'm making an exception.
I just think it's funny that we banned them before that.
Yeah, we banned them before it was stylish to ban them, basically.
How bad is general literacy that people want to keep using AI? I don't think it's a literacy thing. I think it's a sign that they don't care. Because that's the reality with her, is that it's not that she's not literate enough to make her own apology, it's that she genuinely doesn't give a shit and doesn't think she did anything wrong. And she's probably only apologizing because she's hoping to get the heat off her friend's back.
Possible.
Which is something I've done before. There's only ever one apology I have ever made, and I still regret it to this day. And I only made it because I thought it would help out Lumi and Occo, who were stressed at the time over it.
And
If I could go back,
then,
I would have never made it.
Ever since then, I never tell you to apologize or do that again. And I feel bad because I wasn't there with you.
It's fine. I still have some people, though, try and bring it up and be like, you even apologized for it. Yeah, well, I wish I didn't.
Yeah.
Sure as hell wasn't for me when I made it.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
something
though.
you do when you're in a group with people. Sometimes you fall on your sword in hopes you will help them. In that case, I think it was the wrong decision, but
It's whatever. Whatever, it's whatever.
you live, you learn.
Exactly. Never apologize to freaks.
That does not compute with some folks. A lot of things don't compute with some folks.
Very true.
Wasn't watching during that timeline. That was a lot. That was early on in the history.
That was within the first 3 months, I would say.
Probably, yeah.
Back when, like, we were all brand new. And
if you guys want to know what people felt about it, it's actually still one of the only videos on the Under the T channel, like a video, not the live. And I spent all day working on that, collecting every person telling us to off ourselves.
It's a good video, fucking amazing video. And now, almost 3 years later, we're still here. And through spite and determination, we're not going.
I don't know. I've had some people, like, they get shared our stream and they're like, I thought we canceled them. And it's like, no.
You thought wrong. I'm not going anywhere just because you think I'm a horrible person, just because I'm not willing. Like, that's the other thing that's really funny is, like, so many people get upset when you question. So, and I know for a fact people are going to get upset when we just don't blindly believe all of the Nux stuff. And it's just like, I'm sorry that my standard of belief is the standard that you literally should have if you want to condemn somebody to death. Sorry.
Oh, I've already had some, like, people on my tweets going, why are you sweeping for Nux? I'm like, I think you're wrong, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's
I'm not
stuff
gonna
I want to
sweep for a
call
guy I don't
Nux
like.
out for. It's none of the shit that you posted.
Mhm. I can say I don't like Nux while also say I don't think that you should be doing it like this because you're setting an unfair example that will be used on you.
I demand that you apologize this instant or I will personally cancel you.
And here's the, you know what's really crazy about
3 years
all of
since
that?
you guys got into a fight. It wasn't 3 years ago.
No, it's almost been 2 years because the fight happened on the anniversary of Under the T. And then basically the second year happened and now September is year 3.
Yeah.
It's been almost 2
It
years.
was April 5th, 2024. But yeah, it's still public on the channel. Video can't be monetized because I used music. But
You used Weatherman. Good
Yeah.
song though. Good song though.
it is
Yeah.
one of only 5 videos on the channel,
You know.
including the one where we interviewed Merriweather. By the way, we interviewed Merriweather.
We interviewed Merriweather. I feel bad that video, like, there are bits and pieces that unfortunately got cut off, and I don't know
it's
why.
fucked.
But, like, it was still a good interview. I think one thing to end off on is maybe some words of encouragement for people, or really for anybody that might be listening. When it comes to stuff like when the commentary community does this thing where they're like, oh, they're going hard on somebody. The crazy thing is they do this for like 2 to 3 weeks and then they move on because in the grand scheme of things, none of this stuff is like, unless the police get involved or there's a court case that's going to take a long time, they move on because they're just gonna plug in, okay, we think Nux is more of a pedo than he actually is, and then they're just gonna move on. There's no real like long-term thing for this. They're gonna hate you, they're gonna think all these things of you, but if their audience isn't your audience and you don't care about their opinions, which you shouldn't care about their opinions, you could just move on. And really, unless they start doing gay ops, nothing is going to happen. And if they do gay ops and do dumb, stupid shit, then maybe it's time to consider legal action. But outside of that, they are all retards that like to moral fiend, and then they move on.
I'm still surprised that interview happened. At one point, we were gonna have Joe Cat on.
Almost, and then
He
Joe
actually
Cat
he
decided
backed
to-
out. with like an hour to go.
He backed out at the last moment, and then when a video that was negative against us came out, he tried to go on that video and comment about it. Yeah, it was a Safara video.
Safara Denoma, and he tried to cope and say that we almost tricked him on by pretending that we were a good voice in the VTuber community, trying to improve the space. I'm like, I never said that. We were openly fighting the entire time.
Yeah, he's fucking retard. I'm gonna be honest with you. Granted, he's on Blue Sky now, or is he back on? Is he back on Twitter, or the site formerly known as Twitter?
Oh, I'm gonna say this because I'm not gonna leak too much information. However, I was told by a friend today that somebody at their Warhammer meetup watches Under the Tea. So if you go to a Warhammer meetup and you have told one of your friends that you watch Under the Tea, I got you, bro.
That's awesome. Now I need to play Warhammer on Under the Tea just specifically for them. I don't know. Maybe set up minis or play. I'm sure that there is a tabletop version of Tabletop Sim that has the minis that you can just set up. So,
I mean, I've mentioned this before
just
too.
For you.
They don't like watch all of our content, but somebody I work with has seen our stream without my prompting.
That's funny. Warhammer episode on UTT. We'll think about it.
I'm thinking that me and Occo have to talk about like what direction we want UTT to be, because I kind of like what we're doing now, where we're a bit more open, but it's still just like a podcast format.
Well, I feel like that's like what people enjoy. You know, it's like we have main topics, we have little things, and then, you know, like chilling. You bring up your random weird shit that you learn throughout the week, or just write random hentai games that you find on your Steam list, and then I can be random.
I actually have not found too much on... Actually, no. So, just a couple weeks ago, but I did find a game on Steam called Sinspire, which is a hentai game. However, if you guys look it up on Steam, whoever made it just captured the retro PlayStation look so well. Like, it kills me inside because it is a terrible game. It looks so good. It captures a feeling that is just like visual nostalgia for your brain. I love it how it looks so much, and it's just a terrible game.
That sucks.
That just kind of has like porn tacked onto it too. It could have been really good. It looks so good though. I want somebody else to take the idea and like refine it into something good. On the topic of Steam, we moving to a Steam group after Discord becomes gay. We're all discussing like our different things that we want to do. The only thing I might do is make a Steam group and then delete my not safe for work channels.
That's probably what I'm going to do as well. At the very least, I'm deleting them tomorrow, or not tomorrow, in a couple days, because apparently Discord is already rolling out the ID verification stuff for people, and it's not even March yet, so I might just delete them soon. Spoiler alert, chat, if you're curious why I'm doing that, it's because I don't want people to prompt to give their IDs to Discord, because I don't trust Discord to not share that information with other people. So I'm not going to give people temptations to want to provide their IDs just to see some smut that they can go look at on Twitter or on Twitter or other websites. So I'm just going to get rid of them, in my personal opinion. I'm just not interested in it, and I'm very upset with the direction Discord is going. They are pairing with companies that, in my personal opinion, have invested interest in trying to spy into people's lives, and or if they're not spying into people's lives, that information is going to get leaked because they fucking suck. So
yeah.
Sorry.
Ultimately, what I'm thinking of doing is I'll just make a Steam group, and if at the end of the day we decide that we are going to go to like a Discord alternative, then I'll do something, right?
Yeah.
But until then, I think we're fine.
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of the Discord. I'm just going to get rid of the Not Safe for Work channel. Because it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. Sad, but it's not that big of a deal.
So, how long have they been going?
We've been going for 3.5 hours.
No, not us, but somebody else. Let me double check.
Before we leave, chat tomorrow, and here, let me grab the video so that I can plug it for all of you. Tomorrow is the premiere of part 1 of the Cinder Files. If you're curious, I have been working on a video series just about the situation that happened with Cinder, and tomorrow is part 1. It is only going to be focused on Nanolith the artist and talking about the stuff that happened there. And so if you're interested, that will be premiering tomorrow at noon Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you should go watch that if you're interested. My hope is to do one of those videos every month or every other month. No promises, but that's the plan.
Fair enough. Chat, I'm going to send you off to friend of the show and co-host for my Sunday streams on anime, Kendrick and Drillian. Be good for them. Have a great one, chat. And remember, don't go touching the poo. Leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
We can all chat here and in our Discord about it. Don't go mess with other people, though.
Exactly.
Love you guys. Bye.
Exactly.
You want to say bye, Occo?
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry.